You think that's gonna happen?
Greetings and salutations.
I mean, there's a chance.
Greetings!
Hello.
What up?
I'm salutating!
Welcome.
I
The way he
I have
yelled that-
definitely been tackled by airport security as a 10-year-old. It happens.
Jesus.
Well, from what I just heard, Waymaker, you have terrible etiquette with the TSA.
Look, what can I say? I'm a little rebel.
Oh goodness.
You're a rebel without a cause. That's what I heard.
That's right.
A rebel
Raids.
without a cause.
Raids, all you need to know is that you will get yelled at some point during
it's fine.
that transition.
I can deal with it. I yell back.
No, don't yell back.
Then I get
They'll tackle
arrested.
you immediately.
Oh,
Please do the threat.
They like scream at me, like they want to call me in to like check my bags and stuff. I like my plane, and I just run away.
My brand.
My brand.
What would you specialize?
You see a little gnome chased by freaking officers in the airport.
Yes. Run, my little gremlin, run. It's the only way.
All right. Welcome everyone to the next episode of Edge of Twilight Side Quest Apex of Mana, episode 4.
The fighting pits.
The fighting pits. Now with 10% more sweat.
Jesus.
More grime.
Only
There's
10%?
Muscles.
Is there a shower in this facility?
Rippling muscles.
Of
Shower.
course there isn't. Shower.
No, there's
Ah.
blood everywhere.
The shower
They're
is
not cleaning
only-
this up.
The shower is only the sweat of those training above you.
Why would
Hey,
you wash off all this manly musk?
Oh no.
This is the proof of my battle performance.
Yeah.
That is not sweat.
Oh yeah, I don't sweat. I forgot.
Ew.
Wait, you don't?
No,
He's a
Oh.
cat.
I'm a cat.
Oh, true. That
I'm a
makes sense.
cat elf man.
I regulate my body temperature through my tail and through my ears.
He pants. That's
I
what he
pant.
does.
I pant.
So when you're hot, or when Mulu's hot, does he just like flap his ears rapidly to cool?
Yeah, and drools a lot.
That's so cute.
Oh my god, he just becomes feral.
He starts
He's like a
flying.
little standing fan with his flappy ears.
He flies. That's what he does at cool
Yeah.
time.
Just gotta
Alrighty.
believe.
Who wants to give the recap?
Go ahead, Essie.
Okie dokie. I guess it's me.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Well,
Right. So, last time on Edge of Twilight, we found the Astral Lectern, and it was kind of interesting. It was basically a room with a tome, and if you activated the runes in the right way, it was kind of like a map almost. It would take you to whatever you wanted to see, and you could look on it, but with less chance of things looking back, which was a nice bonus. We saw a lot of different places, like the Edge, and we went back to Verum, although we couldn't seem to access Conflux, which was interesting. We kind of peeked in on what Folly was doing on Band and saw what a couple of the other angels were up to, which might have posed more questions than actually given us answers, seeing as how everyone seems to think Folly's just bent on destruction, but he was creating stuff with Hades. Kind of confusing. We noticed where Querg was, which is good, so we can kind of tell Vio at least where to start looking. And we peeked in on Dragonstar. Far as we can tell, the war is being fought, and so far, nothing too wrong to report. The boys in the other room, I think I heard that they kind of peeked in on the clowns through the other lectern. And now they are out in a training facility doing manly stuff as far as I know. Maybe they'll learn some new attacks, maybe not. But either way, see what rooms we discover today on Edge of Twilight Side Quest Apex of Mana.
good one. Inspiration for you. Alright, so I'll do a quick run over of these fighting styles for chat room. Alright, so the following fighting styles that the party discovered were Volcas's Torchbearer fighting style, Jesus' Primal Glory, Ragram has the Reaver fighting style, Shattered Gate is the Guardian of the Cord, Celerity has the Saint fighting style, Luakwa has the Warpick style, Azengult has Combat Claws, Zatgel has the Roka, Halos has the motherfucking Chain Sword, Rampart has Katana style with several other schools that are based off of animalistic inspiration, Dragonstar has the Spear Drake style, Storvex has fighting styles based off the Great God Storms, Odega has a Trident fighting style, Baba Yaga has a Courtier style that focuses on throwing daggers, Ori has a Staff fighting style, Querg has a big weapon fighting style called the Oopsie, Perva has a Falchion fighting style, Arist has a Vessel fighting style, which is like a gunslinger thing, Astaranos has a Swashbuckling fighting style, Band has an Unarmed fighting style, and Ragdar has a Power Ring fighting style, which focuses on a ring blade. So, that all being stated, which ones are you guys actually interested in? And then I'll tell chat what they're about.
Okay. Let me pull up mine here. I am very interested in 3. One would be the Torchbearer fighting style, the Storvex Sandstorm, and the Storvex Tornado.
Okay, so the Volkos Torchbearer fighting style, for chat's sake, acts as a maul with reach, and it does an additional 1d6 fire damage. And its fighting style states that whenever the wielder would deal damage to 2 different targets in the same round, the torch flares up, dealing its weapon damage as fire damage to all enemies within 15 feet. The second one that you chose was the
Sandstorm for Storvex.
Yeah. So under Storvex, because that's his chosen Godstorm, the Sandstorm fighting style states that you have to use 2 weapons that are the same and that are finessable, which scimitars count. And then it says each time you deal damage in a round with one of your weapons, the next weapon deals 1d4 fire damage. This stacks to the self until you miss, in which case all of the damage resets. It should be noted that that's only in a round.
Right.
And the third one is
The Tornado Storvex.
So, Tornado Storvex fighting style, for chat's sake, is you must be wielding a 2-handed weapon, and whenever you would attack one enemy, you may instead to choose to attack all enemies adjacent to you instead. You can only attack once in an attack action while using this fighting style.
So, in a turn, 1 attack?
No, attack action, 1 attack.
Oh,
if you're
okay.
hasted
So I
or
can
something,
still attack
you
twice.
still get to do that. No. So, normally, with an attack action, you only attack once, but if you have extra attack, you get to attack twice. In this fighting style, you can still only attack once because you're attacking in a circle. But if you're, like, hasted or something, then...
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. Or if you have a triggered attack, that still counts, too. Like, you get to swing it, yeah.
Cool.
Basically, it needs team-ups or build effects to make it, that much better.
Yeah.
Can't just do it on its own.
Pretty good.
Alright. What about you, Sano?
I am interested in 2 that I already named, but it would on one end would be the Torchbearer fighting style and the Tornado one.
Okay. Just those 2?
Just those 2. I guess an in-law one would be the Rampart fighting styles that are based on the katanas and stuff. Yeah. But he doesn't own like a sufficient weapon that he thinks would be feasible for this fighting style, so that is on the back.
They have those weapons here.
That's how you can learn the I assume I assume it's the probably like base level ones because it's like sparring.
It's not a magic weapon, no. It's just a.
Exactly. Well, okay. Yeah, but he's interested in those 3, so Rampart as well.
Okay, so let me go over these.
Are you telling me we're about to have a Samurai
Sam
There's a chance. Hey, I mean, he had bonding on Rampart with the people there,
That's
and
true.
yeah.
Hey, what about the Sierra when she ate that man? She gave you a sword. We never actually looked at it.
True.
You gave me a sword?
Yeah, she gave it to Sato because she specifically kept it for him. It's in Sato's bedroom on the ship.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You might have a cool katana after all.
I might have to go back in the mods. I don't remember this sword because I
Mhm.
never added it to my inventory.
Classic.
Okay. Let me get these fucking things open.
Hell yeah! Time for that nerd shit.
Alright, so the Rampart fighting styles are more complex because they actually have Bushido and stuff like that. So your fighting style can improve dramatically as you practice it based off levels and a bunch of other shit. So I'll just give you a quick overview of what each of the schools have because it's a lot of typing to do all of them.
Yeah, no worries.
Like right now. But so the first one out of all the animalistic styles is the crab school. The crab school is focused upon a hardened exterior shell, resisting damage and shrugging off wounds that would fell normal warriors. It also focuses on using a katana and a wakizashi, so it's a dual weapon fighting style. So, dual weapon tank build.
Damn. Okay.
It should be noted that this fighting style has the earth affinity. That matters because Rampart fighting styles also use the rings of the elements.
Okay.
Alright, next up we have is the crane fighting style. The crane fighting style focuses on avoidance and movement, using attacks that reposition enemies, that deflect blows, and that avoid magical attacks. So this is another defensive fighting style that focuses more on avoidance and movement.
Uses a one-handed katana, I assume, or like.
Yes, it uses a one-handed katana and a free hand.
Okay. And it's air, cause crane.
Correct. It is the air affinity.
Got it.
Alrighty. Next up is Dragon.
Ooh.
The Dragon School is. The Dragon School focuses more on, how would I say this? Like, impassable technique. The Dragon School strikes once, strikes hard, strikes accurately. So, the Dragon School is where you have access to Aijutsu. It is also the school that is focused upon the nobility of the samurai. So it gives a lot of out of combat bonuses as well.
Okay.
It allows you to implement your mentals in your combat strategy. Let's see. And it is the... I'll have to find where it's... element. Okay. It is fire. Ring of Fire.
Okay. I assume when you don't mention a specific weapon type, it's always a one-handed katana.
Yeah. Although the dragon specifically wields it with two hands.
Okay.
Well, it's actually versatile. It's both single and double.
Okay.
They have Aijutsu.
Got it, got it, got it.
Fire. Affinity. Okay, next up is the lion style. And lion.
Rar.
Roar. You gotta say that every time you swing.
So the lion fighting style focuses on intense, overwhelming offense, completely eschewing themselves of defenses in the hopes of overwhelming their enemy. They wield the katana or the nodachi with both hands. They have different fighting styles for each of them. And this one is fire.
I got it.
Okay, next is the mantis style, which is a counterattack build. A counterattack fighting style that focuses on using a singular katana but with the reverse grip, much like the mantis. Using the katana mixed with other forms of martial arts and indeed a gauntlet to block, it enforces counterattacks and using an enemy's momentum against them. It is the water affinity.
Be like water, my friend.
Water. Yeah. Water fills up your muscle.
Yes.
What?
It's true, but
I don't like that he said it that way. And that bothers me. Confused with water, my friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
Drink water now.
All right. Next up is the Phoenix Clan. The Phoenix Clan fighting style focuses on the use of one's own innate ki in order to create magical effects upon their sword. So this is a sword sage fighting style, which means you get to use weeaboo fight magic.
ooh.
Yeah, wushu stuff.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Low
Could
Could that combine with his spear shooting stuff?
Yeah, it adds on top. It doesn't replace anything.
No, sorry, I mean, like, could he channel, like, the curse eating stuff with the magical effects?
Depends on which one, but yeah, some of them.
Cool.
What affinity is it?
Fire.
Fire.
All right. Next up is Scorpion. It is also a sword sage fighting style, although it is focused more on the use of terrain manipulation. And it is also one of the void affinities. The fifth book.
I love me some void.
It's also like the opposite of Phoenix. It's like it's challenging.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. It's like
Next up is Spider. Spider is a use of the wakizashi and tanto, as well as the katana. Use of the three weapons, the three stings, if you will. It is a kind of like stealth avoidance combat style. Let you go invisible in the middle of battle and things like that. Let's see, three stings. And it uses the void affinity.
Nice, nice.
And then the final one is the unicorn.
Hey!
Yeah. So the unicorn uses a long felt reverse grip, which essentially uses the attacking from behind, meaning if someone approaches you, because the unicorn follows the path of avoiding a battle by walking away, so they have a lot of attacks that they can attack from behind. Kind of the whole thing there.
Okay.
I don't suppose that actually could combine with a real unicorn.
And
A unicorn with unicorn fighting style? Whoa.
Oh.
and it has the water affinity. Okay, so to be clear, these are just the main schools. There are dozens of sub-schools in which the affinity changes for each of the base animalistic styles.
Okay.
But you get to explore those if you go down that path.
Got it. Okay.
But hopefully that gives you an idea.
It does. It gives me a lot of ideas. That's
Okay.
sick.
So, Havaris, you were interested in the band fighting style, yes?
Yeah.
So, band fighting style requires that you must be a Bandian or you have access to at least 3 deck slots, base 3 deck slots, and that you are fighting unarmed. It states that whenever you would deal damage with your unarmed strike against a digital source, you may attempt a digital dispel magic check on them using your attack stat as your casting stat. So in this case, it would be like your strength or whatever. You must always roll the attempt. So even if it is equal to a 3rd level spell, which normally dispel auto dispels, you still need to roll the dispel check.
Okay. So even though if it's like a dispel, it would use my strength, not my casting modifier. It
Yeah.
would use my attack modifier.
Yeah, it uses your attack modifier. Yeah.
I see. And does unarmed count in the sense of if I have a shield in one hand, can I just punch with the other?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
that.
Question, clarification for the 3 deck slots thing. I've got the little doodads that I put on my swords. If I was to do a band fighting style, could I mount those to my wrists? Would that count?
Yeah.
Cool.
The requirement is you must be a Bandian or have access to 3 base deck slots.
Nice. Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. It's pretty straightforward.
All right.
Do they get to choose to use a dispel magic, or does it always have to go off?
It doesn't have to.
Okay.
You may attempt. Luca, did you want to learn one?
Yeah, I put them in the notes. Of course, makes most sense is the Ori fighting style with the staff. But I had a couple of questions for...
Well, let me read it off the
There's-
chat.
yeah.
So you wanted to do Ori, right?
Yeah.
Big ass list. There it is.
Great.
Oh, shit.
Ori staff fighting style is whenever you would succeed on a saving throw versus an enemy effect, you may attack an enemy within range of your staff as a triggered action. If that was the enemy that made you make the save, your critical threshold is increased to 18 versus them for this attack.
Mhm.
So, the punishment fighting style against magic users or effect users. What were the others? I can't see the Discord right now.
Oh, of course. For stylistic choice, I was curious about the Baba Yaga fighting style because why not? I have a dagger, and I think it would be very on topic for a clown to be able to throw daggers at something.
So, the Baba Yaga fighting style is... So, the Baba Yaga fighting style focuses on the use of daggers and the throwing of them. Whenever you would throw a dagger, and you have a dagger in your offhand, you may throw it as a triggered action, and you treat daggers as if they are ammunition. So what that means is that ammunition you don't have to expend action economy to equip or to load.
Mhm.
So to pull out a dagger and throw it, you would need to spend your item interaction. But with this fighting
do
style,
that.
you don't. And if you have 2 daggers in your hands, right, you throw one, the other one is thrown as a triggered action. So that means that doesn't take the other parts of your action economy. So you could, if you had 2-weapon fighting and extra attack, throw 8 daggers in a turn.
Okay. That is crazy.
Yes.
Looks at Effie if she was in here. That would be very useful for her. But I
Effie
do not
could
have
throw
2
4.
action attack.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But that would be interesting, but I don't have 2 action attack, so it's good to know though. And the last one I was curious if it's possible, even though we are a band, if it would be a good idea to learn Air's Gunslinger, because it seems that we are going to be running into enemies that might have guns or hand vessels. So since this is dual wield, could you still learn how to use a vessel?
So the fighting style actually doesn't teach you how to use a vessel. It teaches you how to use them together.
Okay.
What it does is, so the idea is that the Eris fighting style is a kind of gunslinger approach where it allows you to actually use two vessels at once, which normally isn't something that you can do. And it also allows you to reload /and/or clear them with one hand. So it means you don't have to skip around clearing a weapon. You just keep firing.
What is the requirements to be able to wield a hand vessel? Like certain stats, or
you have to have proficiency. It depends on the vessel. Some of them take mental stats, some of them take physical stats. It's just dependent on the vessel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're as varied as melee weapons.
Yeah. But the gunslinger fighting style from Eris allows you to wield two one-handed vessels and dual wield them.
Okay. So
which normally you can't do. So.
Okay.
Well, at least not without great penalty.
Yeah. Okay. That was also pretty curious for me to, or should I say, would like to know. But yeah, I'm more leaning on Ori.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think that's all of us.
All right then.
Storm, are you doing something?
Oh yeah? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it depends on the time dilation stuff we were talking about.
That's important. Arcadum, is there a way that we can know if time here passes differently than on band, and by how much?
The only person who could figure out that information is me.
Ah.
Because she's the only one with an access point to that information.
What do I have to do to figure that out?
Study the Astral Codex, and it'll take you several days to do that.
So we're already spending several days to do it.
Might as well start learning fighting styles.
Sailor will get like a weird grin on their face.
What a shame. Starts mocking.
Oh, I wish I had enough stamina to
I guess you could roll really well and go and like you'd figure it out earlier, but I mean it's a skill challenge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're doing astral math.
Okay.
No, it's not just math. It's astral math.
Advanced calculus.
No! Not calculus again.
Why couldn't it be trig?
Well, it's just advanced trig. It's space
Triangles?
math.
I know triangles. I like triangles.
At least it's not odds.
But yeah, if you wanna research that, you can.
Okay, can I do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
That's
What
something
would
you wanna
I...
do. Arcana check.
Whoa. Okie dokie.
Roll a 20 right now.
Why
Oh!
is it Farron?
You gotta switch
Wait.
characters.
I did.
That's Farron's.
I know.
Damn.
It's...
Farron is helping out.
Hold on, I'm going to reload because it currently says next to my name that I am Ismaili, and my character sheet pulls up Ismaili. Hold on, just give me a second.
Farron
Did you
doesn't
not
know
switch
math.
your players? Or...
I did.
Looks at camera. Oh no.
Farron
Whoa.
can't do magic. Go figure.
Well, you rolled a 5, so yeah.
Well, I have no idea what Meili's bonus to that would be, but it's more than 2.
Well, considering I know what the DC is.
You could have my inspiration. It's
Okay.
important.
Okay.
Give me a minute though. I am, in fact, reloading Foundry. Please wait. It shouldn't be too long. I see a dragon, so, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my fighting styles. that's almost like that can't be a coincidence.
If it's meant to be, it is up to me.
I'd like to imagine if I choose the rampart fighting style, Satan will just sit there, like in the lotus, sit, and just look at all these freaking katanas in reverse grip, non-reverse grip.
Ah, there you go.
Ooh.
It's a dirty
Okay.
20.
Thank you for the inspiration books.
You're welcome.
Okay, so it's going to take you at least 3 days.
Well, that's half a week, guys. You wanna?
3
days
days, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I have such a list of things to read.
What's everybody else doing with 3 days? I'm
Are we breaking now to do this, or are we finishing rooms and then doing this? What do you guys want to do? I'm
think
good
we
with either.
finished the rooms probably.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Finish
Well-
real quick.
Finish. Are you saying
If we took
Yes,
a little
that's-
break to study the time and to start learning a fighting style for everyone, then by the time I figure out what the dilation is, you all will be halfway there to a fighting style, and then we can continue doing rooms while we wait for the rest of the week to run out.
Yeah.
It's also true.
Because I mean, the more we explore, there might be other things other people might want to spend time doing, right? We could discover that, and then at the end, once we have
Yeah.
all the information, then we can bust that out, and then we can move on, right?
That's
Right.
also a point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
Or
do that.
maybe we find something that just destroys everything and we can't do anything anmore.
That's true.
also true.
That
We
is
might-
a possibility.
We might accidentally, trigger a unique event where there's a crossover that lasts 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, the volcano could explode. We could open a door and find
Looks
something
at
that eats us
camera.
all. Oh no.
Looks at the wrong camera.
Books, meet me at camera 1. Anyway.
Yeah, let's explore rooms then, and then maybe we'll find more stuff so that everybody has something to spend a week on, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm good with whatever you guys want to do. Works for me.
Malou will put the the bonking torch, back on the rack for now.
Dana will join him. I'm
No.
not done with you. And he puts it back. I will come back later.
All right.
So many things to learn. They just started to get giddy. Ooh.
Sano shudders and
So you,
as he sees all the katanas.
Are you starting the research now, Melee? To learn about time dilation?
I guess not. I think we're just going to go do the rooms.
Or do the rooms next? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it just that I'm writing it down? Is it just the time passage on Valkus compared to everything else, or is it like how time passes on every planet in the sector?
Well, she's gonna
Valkus
learn.
to ban.
She's gonna learn about the other planets while learning
Okay.
about this. Like she's gonna specifically, she studies the time difference between Band and Volkos specifically. But doing that means you also learn the time dilations between that nebula and this nebula, or the nebula that Band is in and the nebula that Volkos is in.
Nice.
Okay.
Space
It's a-
math.
Yeah.
There's-
And the reason why it's important is they each have a base, and then each planet has a modifier onto it, and all time is regulated through the center plane, which is Verum. So everything is determined by that central value. So all time dilations are representative of the different modifications to time passage, as if you were on Verum's timetable. For example, let's say that best way I could describe this is if you have one Verum day and you had a planet that had time dilation of 2.5, and that means for every one Verum day, it would be 2.5 days on that planet, right?
Verum is the dollar.
It's
Got
the
it.
dollar, yeah.
Mm.
And so when you're comparing two planes together, you actually are comparing their differences between the Verum time, and then you are able to find out, like, triangulate their difference from that. So let's say you had a planet that was like 0.5 Verum days. So that means every Verum day, 2 days pass, or half a day passes on that planet, right? And then you had another one that was 3. So that's 3 times. You put those two together, lower than 1 reduces from higher than 1, and essentially you get your total determinant number from those. So in that case, it would be 2.5.
Yeah. So we want Ban to be the pound, and then Valkos to be like the Turkish lira.
Yes,
Got it,
exactly.
got
That's
it.
what we're hoping for.
I don't know what any of that means.
it just
What the
means a
fuck is
lot
a
of days for.
We needed to do the Brazilian real so that 1 day
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Band is like 15 days on Valkus. Perfect.
Exactly. Now that's what
It
we
should be
want.
noted that other things can affect time dilation as well, like void storms and fucking crazy
Yeah.
shit like that. So,
Planet gets
I
pulled
mean,
into a
Quirk
black
is
hole.
literally just moving
well, I
around.
also have black holes, but they're
Jesus, excuse me.
leviathans.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I forget which of the
Are
the
you telling me we went through a Leviathan?
Yes,
which of the galaxies is
which is why
Baron
getting out of
itself-
it was very important.
Ban is in Rentos and Valkos is in Dylos.
Billions and billions of
That's so
Leviathans.
cool. Does Sierra know that they went through a Leviathan?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
God
Zipping
damn.
around our galaxy.
Okay.
Nothing there. You light them up.
All right.
I'm
So
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just stun locked there.
all right. Which rooms we doing? Which one's up next?
We're
Finish
on the
last
Yin
Consult
finger.
the list.
Were we going to give the boys a little bit more time to do their next room? Since
Oh, we're just gonna finish the classrooms out real quick.
Classroom, the teacher
Wait,
rooms.
Well,
we,
rolled
wanna
did
go
the,
to-
we did the we did the classrooms. We rolled
Oh,
all
we
the
sorry, the student.
Are we on Explorer now? Explorer Sanctum?
Yes. Yeah, they're on
Yeah.
Explorer.
yeah, Explorer
Yes.
Sanctum.
Yeah.
All right. Explorer Sanctum.
Explorer Sanctum and the dorms. Those are the
Yeah. And then later the hubbub. The hubbub.
Hey,
What should I get for lunch, you guys?
don't hurt yourselves. Why
With plants?
Why would you want to go to plants? We already found the best room in the entire place.
Oh, plants! That you can make so many medicinal uses for those.
Just don't get hurt. It's simple.
Listen,
But-
and he shakes
but-
his herbalism kit. There's so many things I could make.
Seno will look at Mulu, but Mulu, think about it. What if we find a plant that stimulates our performance, and then we get 1 week training done in like 4 days?
Drugs!
Mr. Sano, has no one told you the drugs are bad?
No.
Not if it
They may strengthen your
No
performance
starts to
now.
shake.
Yeah, his eyes dilate.
Over time, they will only harm you.
Not if you do them right.
One of the most hilarious ironies is Captain America telling people not to do drugs. And I'm like, you sure about that one, Cap?
Everything special about you came from a bottle.
Remember,
Exactly. Seno just turns into
You,
Captain America. Captain Gnome.
probably shouldn't
No.
talk about don't do drugs, Cap, because you are a.
He only did them once, in his defense.
Yeah, he only did. Yeah, I only did it once, guys.
All it
Only
takes
did
is
it
one
once.
time.
All it takes is one time.
To be
Cracked
fair,
out
you
forever.
to be fair, Bolo, you're talking to a gnome that literally has a harness on that is basically just a combat stimulant every time he turns it on.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll learn you.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the harness.
Nobody
Yeah,
cared
it's
who
not-
I was.
And suddenly I gained angelic wings and a scythe, and now I became the Gnome Reaper.
Alright, gathering up. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Welcome to the Explorer's Sanctum. 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 Why are you improperly sized? Hold on.
It's gnome size.
It's Sano who's like,
Yeah, it's
too
a-
heavy.
feet. That feet too big? That might be too big.
Big.
Check Mulu. Oh, that's proper.
How tall is all of these boys together? What's
Two
their
boys.
height?
Together?
Like stacked on top of each other?
No, I mean, sorry, let me reword the question. Comparatively, standing next to each other, how tall is everyone?
Mulu is just under 6 foot.
6'5".
Oh. 6'5". Oh God, he's a big man.
He's a big man.
How tall is not Luca?
If he was able to stand, he would be 5'9". But since he's floating, technically, he would be 7'9". So he has extra.
Yeah, and
bump.
how tall is Sano?
But I consult Caped, who gave me this height. 2.4 feet.
My God. It's so
I am a
small.
walking toddler. But my scythe is humongous.
And that is that. Alright, so, everyone loaded?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you find yourselves, so like, imagine you're like a really old nobleman's from Britain's like study. It's just covered in globes, taxidermied animals, just all kinds of stuff like that. Old maps cover the walls. You can see that there are tomes opened, not magical ones, but ones with bestiaries and reference points and just all sorts of research over different creatures, their activities, different worlds, and the landmarks that they possess. An explorer's playground.
Another nerd room.
Taylor looks at the maps.
Luca will do his classic thing and look at the room through his eyes.
All right, investigation check, everyone.
Oh no.
He's too busy looking through his mask.
Oh no.
Intimidation?
Intimidation. Oh my god! The boys are failing! Oh my
Oof.
god. This is a
Scare
canon
the
event.
into giving us their information.
Oh my god.
Alright,
I mean,
your cloud eyes reveal the same as what you've been seeing in all the other rooms. Whispers of spirits, shadows on the wall. This place was used, and it was used with great love. The rest of you find that there are many interesting things, but nothing really that leaps out at you. You can see old maps, which look great, but have no reference to anything that you know of.
I don't find anything that stands out, guys. How about you?
I can't make sense any of this.
Let's make heads or tails myself. This is, as Willow says, this is nerd shit. I am more at the geek shit, you see?
I do not want to be devalued because of knowledge.
Oh,
What is-
geeks think of me? This is not good.
Are there any maps of this general area? He goes to Sano as he was looking at the maps.
It seems like there are a lot of interesting maps, but like none that I can like point with any correlation to this place or any other maps that I've seen so far. It's
No.
just like so much info but no use.
Well, you could just take a couple and then we can investigate later. Start snatching up some maps. Random maps.
Avoris, as you walk up to the window, you see a beautiful courtyard.
Really?
Oh, that's where we are.
Do I see anybody?
Nope, you don't see anybody out there.
I see other windows with other rooms.
Yes.
Can I see kind of into the, like, their, how do I say this? constructed rooms? Like I can see into them?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah, they're the classrooms you were in.
Constructed without anybody in them. Okay. Cool.
What? Yes. I don't. What?
Do we see ourselves
Yeah.
walking around in the other class?
No. But it's like, yeah, it's a building with no one in it.
There's a
Varus
second
nods.
Varus waving back at him.
Varus
Scratch-
knows that Halloween is coming.
Ah, yes, a constructed room with no one in it. Interesting. Like,
Scratches chin. Cool. I told nobody.
I tell no one. Okay.
Not Luca. I don't think we need to like take anything from here. I mean, this like we can always just come back.
Oh, but it'll be okay. Here's my ledger. And he comes over with his paper ledger.
What
They'll
kind of
know that
ledger?
we borrowed it.
I mean, there's really nobody here.
Well, if someone wanders in, at least they'll know that the things that are missing were taken by me and you.
Me. Sorry.
Count yourself alone. I will not take anything. I can just come back if I need to.
Is there a way that not a way, excuse me, I'm making myself laugh. Can I look at any baubles or objects that are just laying around?
There are a lot of things in this room. There are sextants, there are devices to draw perfect circles, there are old knives, like, it's... Unfortunately, your investigation check failed, so nothing really leaps out at you.
Is there?
Not much to do.
You said there are globes here, right?
Yep.
I assume those are like globes from Velkas, then?
You have no idea what Valkus looks like. So,
Yeah.
maybe?
We weren't with the girls looking at the world.
On top of the world, looking down on Greece.
Not knowing anything about a planet is really not helpful when looking at a globe.
Yeah, you
And-
think so?
he will make the like sufficient like summary himself and then walks to the entrance. Well, this wasn't done.
Yes, this
Oh.
room.
Yeah,
Look,
there's
This sign
nothing
can't stop me
interesting
because I can't read.
Is there any books with the name from what's here mentioned Chorus?
No.
Hmm.
Well, I do not know about you, but I've peered through what I could. I could not find anything of value. What about you? Mulu?
No, nothing, of course. The nerd room.
Ah,
On to
yes.
the next one.
Is the nerd room.
It is a room of knowledge. Come on.
Not a
guys.
single pointy thing in the whole thing, except for little bitty knives that are not for fighting.
But you could
Thanks,
refine
yes.
them to do
Hey.
more stabbing.
I have one, and he pulls out his like feather, like his quill that he has. I have one
Say no, why are you carrying this nerd thing around?
because I
Why?
like taking notes. It's helpful. I can write down fighting styles.
All right, as they walk off, describing the various nerdisms. Are the ladies going to the herbarium next?
If we're going in line, it was amphitheater, but I'm open if you guys want to do something else.
The amphitheater.
I like the amphitheater.
I'm just asking because I want to make sure I got the right one ready.
I'm staring at this list. The only reason I have some semblance.
I'm staring.
We're
Wait.
the amphitheater and then all the archives after that, starting with Rentas.
Alrighty.
I just noticed that the archives have all the nebula names.
Yeah.
You just we have been talking about that for weeks, Rain.
Good one, Reigns.
Very nice.
So about those NPCs that I named, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good old dependable Reigns.
Tell us who
Yeah,
was
I'm
your
always-
favorite NPC.
I don't know. Gobbledygook. He's my favorite.
Mm,
How about one that's not a gnome?
My favorite one is the
that's
one
not
that
on the
I
table.
can remember.
If I don't remember, then for Sano, it's not important enough. It's in character. If it's not a gnome, I say Owen and Woad,
If it
because
is
up
not,
he
if it
comes
is
from
not
there.
a dog, it is not important to me. So,
If I can't remember, it can't be that important.
okay. Oh man, this room's sick. Okay.
So sad we couldn't find anything in the explorer's room.
We literally all failed.
Okay.
We didn't even get a 10.
Hey, we'll just come back later and maybe we'll see something shiny.
Let's just
Yeah.
go level up real quick, then you guys can roll again.
Let me know
Exactly.
when you are loaded.
Oh my.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice day.
Very pretty.
this is cool.
Alright, as you walk into this room, you will see opulent beauty surrounds you. Velvet walls, great marbled stones, seating for perhaps the entirety of the academy. Down at the bottom, you can see lecterns to be used for different varieties of instructors, and behind them a great stage, which could be used possibly for entertainment or even more educational purposes. You can also see that the center point serves as a secondary place for musicians to be as well, in a time in which this might be used as an opera house.
Oh. Wow. It looks just like the Arden Amphitheater.
Yeah.
She'll smile fondly. Look around. Are these like grand steps?
Yep.
She'll do one of her, she'll show something that she hardly ever shows. What every girl wants to do. She'll go sliding down the banister. Eee. Tentacles flying, butt first.
Don't think about that too hard, chat.
She'll look around in the seats if there's anything left.
The seats are immaculately clean, and they are empty.
She'll call out to Mealy. I'll go look at those lecterns.
Yeah, I'll probably meet you down there eventually. You'll notice that there's a little bit more pep in her step.
She'll come down right through center stage.
Storm, are you there?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything?
No.
Okay.
Does this
Okay.
room have any signs of destruction? Like the
This-
rest of the place?
This room seems to be upkept immaculately. There doesn't seem to be any damage that you can see.
I'm imagining this is like an orchestra pit, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, so
But
she'd
it
come
also
around.
doubles as a instructional lectern as well.
She'd peer down. Is it a drop down then?
Yeah, but it's not far. It's like 5 feet.
Oh, good. Since she's made of tentacles. Blip. Take a look at what's open.
You can see at this point, there are several different pieces open. They appear to be softer melodies, something that one would equate to a narration or perhaps to a slower performance. The conductor's stance and the book that is open in front of there does not appear to be music, however. It appears to be an instruction, or more specifically, notes on a lecture. And it appears that the lecture that was last used here was Faith and Flame.
Faith and Flame.
Yeah.
Is that just the title to the composition? There's no words.
there's that. Well, that's the title of the composition in the lecture. As you take a closer look, you can see that it seems, from the little bits you're able to make out, it seems to be reciting the oddities of the faith of Valkos and how it interacts with other sources of faith.
Could you give me an example of what you see on that interaction with other sources of faith? Like,
Well,
why is it odd?
it seems the hypothesis of this lecturer is that Vulcan faith is one of the purest faiths ever recorded. It is true faith without zealotry. It is true faith that causes almost an instantaneous belief of the people that live here. It is why the simple flame has become a deietic force on the entire planet.
Oh, is this like in 5e, those little monsters?
Like the Sahagwan and the Kuatoa, yeah.
The Kuatoa, yeah. Is it like that?
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay. So, and all of that's focused then on flame.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay. Is there a baton here? A conductor's baton?
Yeah.
She would 100% pick it up and wave it around a little bit like it's wand. She's going to make believe that there is an orchestra here and she's conducting.
Alright, Melee, while Sierra pretends to be a conductor, what are you doing up on that stage?
Wait. She'd also send Moto off to go to one of these instruments. Probably whichever one he would pick.
Yeah, he goes over here.
To the drums?
Yeah.
Cool. Does my unseen servant, can it do anything with these instruments?
It cannot play instruments, no.
No! As part of her make-believe, there would be some percussion noises. Okay, go ahead.
Melee waves at Effie, way off in the distance. And then she's going to go and check behind the curtains.
Uh-oh. You peeking behind the curtains?
Yeah.
Behind the curtains, you can see an entire production set. Several different, what are they called? Panoramas? No.
Scenes?
Anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Cutouts of different scenes, like stone step walls, different weather, towers, all sorts of different things used to enhance the storytelling experience. You can also see that above, there are rafters in which even more devices can be seen. Lanterns with different magical flames. All sorts of accoutrement to make the theater experience that much more elegant.
Fun. And what's behind the grand curtain in the back?
When you look behind the grand curtain, you will see that the space continues back for about 50 feet or so. And here you can see all the different dressing room cubicles for all the actors and storage for their costumes and things like that.
Huh. Melee's going to call out and just hope that the acoustics in the place carry her voice well enough. So, as cool as this place is, I'm not sure that there's actually anything like helpful. Honestly, it seems like just a lot of fun.
Does Sierra hear that? Arcadum?
What's up? Yeah. The acoustics in this place are perhaps unnaturally good.
Ah! She'd sing back then. This is the most fun I've had in so long.
Yeah, but if there's nothing to be incredibly helpful with, our quest, I don't really want to linger. We came here to learn stuff. We came here to get stronger. I've got to get back to Folly. And you can see she's actually kind of hopeful, peering down into the pit where you are.
Well, she'll stop waving around her baton. What was the setting back here? This whole production was for a sermon called Faith and Flame. It was studying the religion here.
Well, all sorts of different types of different sets were back there, like lots of different areas. I'm not sure which one they were going to pull out for sermon, but
I'll come look with you. She'll bring her baton. She'll leave Moto to do whatever Moto wants to do. Tentacle walk up this.
invisible wall.
Yeah!
Ah,
Let's go.
must
look
be
together.
nice not to have to take stairs, huh?
Moto will use his this time to play some smooth jazz.
Classic.
I'm a devil.
Sierra's gonna specifically go look for any like labels, since she has such a logical archivist mind. She's looking for anything that could be labeled for Faith and Flame.
Well, as Faith and Flame was a lecture, you can see that there are some scenes that probably depict the Vulcan faith, presumably because they are covered in flame motifs and things like that. But you don't really see much more than that.
Anything with a giant volcano on it.
No.
Okay. Anything that represents people.
Yeah, I mean, there's like cathedral, what would there are like scenes depicting like cathedral scenes, like you're inside a cathedral with people, things like that. But there are no like people, you see.
Yeah, she's looking for a visual representation of what the locals look like.
You do not see that.
Okay. How about, the flame? Any
Well,
set
you definitely
pieces?
see that. You see that there's like a flame on a brazier, and it seems to be like elevated in the same position that an altar would be.
Okay. Let me scroll up to... Oh shoot, what was it called? That spell that was in pieces about summoning... Oh, what was it called? Shoot. The Kindled True Flame. So is there only one pictorial of an altar of flame?
Yeah.
There's no other little flames around?
Only one. There's only ever really one flame that's being presented in these scenes.
Okay. And she's looking for signs of where. What are the pieces that seem the most used?
The most used. Well, they're all pretty well used. I don't
Okay.
think you're really in a position to know which one's been most used.
Okay. Well, maybe. This is... Oh. I feel lighter than I have in quite a while.
Yeah. Looks like this place was really something back in the day when people were here.
Yes, the Taladani did really seem to enjoy their amphitheaters. It's where I first woke up as a Taladani wizard.
That must have been nice. We woke up in a field, an old battlefield.
We woke up with, well, what I later found out was a mannequin
Uh-huh.
surrounded by... Oh, hang on, I'm gonna remember it. Were they called the Silent? Those Stitchers, Arcadum? The
Yeah.
Knowledge Eaters? The cultists,
Yeah.
Were they called the Silent? Okay. It was a cult of the Silent. And their only mission was to, destroy knowledge.
We, I think, were hunted down by undead.
Oh.
Yeah, we kind of made a run through a little bit of woods, and then we kind of came to an abandoned monastery, and it was an interesting first day.
Sounds like a rude awakening. We have that in common. Well, Doesn't seem like there's much here, Effie. I think, really what's left of the archives.
Yeah. Let's go check out one of the archives. Melee kind of grabs Effie's hand and bounces just a little and kind of like pulls her to the door.
Sierra keeps her baton out and enjoys waving it around some more.
Alrighty. Where are you guys going next?
Let's do the archives named after the nebula we're in.
Oakley Doakley?
Which I
There are
think
2 more
is-
NPCs I remember.
Oh,
Vegas class and the Eye of Contempt.
I am contempt! I remember him.
Yep.
yep.
He was
I
in
do
ours as
too.
well.
He was my boss once for a whole 2 sessions.
He was my boss.
And the Wakatanta.
Oh, how could we forget biggest ass?
Yeah, big as ass. How do I remember those, but not Seckle cues?
How do you remember those and not Suckle Cues?
Like biggest class, okay. We had like a pretty like big encounter with him. But the Eye of Contempt, bro. How is he in my head? But not Cycle cues.
Alright, so the archives are pretty much just the same map, just repeatable.
Okay.
It's a similar one to the first one that you walked in.
Like the
So-
classroom.
So in the archives, there's a lot here that you can explore.
Okay.
One moment, let me get all that open.
Okay. I'll create
So we're
Nerds.
we're currently in the Dylos one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. They're freaking nerds, dude. They're nerds. Freaking
Oh, I'm
nerds.
sorry. Are you complaining about playing with 2 wizards? Are you not getting enough
Nerd.
buffs?
Nerds.
Nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Gotta
Maybe-
double down, guys. They haven't understood the nerds.
Melee checks the prestidigitation hourglass that's on the back of her hand.
I mean,
Has it disappeared or run out already?
I don't think so.
We're still zooming.
All right. We're making pretty good time.
Okay, let me get to that section.
I liked how in character it was that after we went to the combat thing, that all that is on all the dudes' minds is just combat and
Everything
fighting
else.
sounds. So
Everything else
we have
is a-
no comprehension for maps at all.
Everything else is just a chore. We're just waiting to go back to the fun stuff.
Yeah. Physically we're there, but mentally we're just like, oh my god, Quintana, the torch, oh my god, all the
But
possibilities.
I need to go get my plants.
Oh, okay. Just to make
Lands.
things a little easier.
Okay.
So, each of the archives are relatively the same in terms of their base map, so we don't need to like load in between them each time. I think it's easier just to have the star map in front of you, and you can explore this as you will. To be noted, a lot of this information is based off of different things, such as many of these books will be in different languages, many of these books will be references to other things. So, for you to really answer harder questions is going to take research time. It's not really something that you can skim. But there are basic questions that you can ask. So if you want to know basic information about a planet, you can ask here, depending upon which of the archives that you're actually in. So, since you are in Delos,
You.
okay. So, what would you like to know?
Oh boy. Do you have anything off the top of your head, Essie? I've got one, but it's a huge one.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. My huge one is actually towards creation. How are these planets created?
The creation of planets, as you look around, it seems to be a coalition, coalescence of life energy. When enough has been coalesced, it creates a seeding event in which a world seed is planted. Now, a world seed sometimes is an actual seed, but many times it can be representative of another object or focus point. It's essentially a catalyst event, a creation event, if you will, that takes all of that coalesced life energy and causes it to sprout.
Okay. Oh, sorry, was there more?
Yeah, so world seeds are generally associated with Yggdrasil, the world tree, which is essentially the representation, poetically, of the life energy that flows throughout creation. A world seed is planted into a large collection of this life energy, which creates a plane of existence, or planet, as it is referred to. And that's how planets are created.
Okay. And that fits in with Sierra's understanding, too, of... I'm trying to parse out. She knows about Lord Death protecting the Tree of Life, right? I can't remember.
No.
Was that something the Eris Princess told them?
Lord Death is known to this group, but his...
Purpose?
What he does, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So instead, that it would line up with
Lord Death is like the one above all. Like he's not even a god. He's so far up the chain. Like he doesn't respond to prayers.
Was it Own who told
like
them
that.
about it? Guys, do you remember? Did Own tell us about Lord Death?
Wasn't it Storm? Like Effie, I mean.
Lord Death.
Because she was the one who most often inquired about them, I think.
So it was when we showed the Lost Stone to Own and Woad, and that was when it was revealed. Like, they were excited that Lord Death was around. And then I thought it was Own who talked about his origin story. Shoot, I can't remember if that was like our session or somewhere else.
So, what I have marked for Edge of Twilight knowledge is, you know of the Shrouds, which is the origin of Own and Woad.
Mm-hmm.
You know of Lord Death, and to some extent, quite literally, because of Effie's encounter. And you have the Lost Stone, so you know about the Domain Stones and the existence of the Covenants. But as that Death is the guardian of life, which you don't know what his purpose is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You don't know that, man.
The way Sierra would think about this instead is that lines up with the 13 sectors she knows about now, and her visual representation in her mind of the tree being like the root of all of that. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then life energy is what she would follow up on. She wants to understand if life energy is the same thing as it's not called soul stream. The life stream, where like all the souls go. Is that the same thing?
Same thing. And it's also the same thing as mana. That's what mana is.
Okay. That'd be a big reveal for her then. Okay. Are there any deities involved with something of that scale of creating a plane of existence?
All of them.
Okay.
That are not Blue Pantheon.
Okay.
Most deities have a home plane that they've created for themselves. There are exceptions, obviously, like Owen and Woad haven't, because they live kind of everywhere. They live in the dream. Most of the Blue Pantheon gods do not have a home plane. Like Astaroth, for example, lives in the underworld. Technically, the Raquel, the goddess of time, is homeless because he's constantly, quite literally, moving through time. So
living on the street.
Yeah. So stuff like that.
So with Old Babylon living, quote, in the hells, the hells are a series of different planes that develop as a civilization gets morality, right?
Not necessarily. So this is how this works. So the hells as you know them are specifically the hells of Verum.
Okay.
Because Verum is the most balanced out of all the planets in creation. It's the center point.
So once you went to the hells, it was those on Verum.
Yeah, you went to those hells. Now, hells and abyss and stuff like that, they can appear in other planets, and indeed they do once the planet's societies reach a certain point. Basically, in which guilt becomes, for example, guilt becomes an aspect, honor, oaths, and basically the more advanced a society gets, in its social aspects, the more the heavens and hells are personified, because good and evil are personified, law and chaos are personified, so on and so forth. Babylon, being the most powerful devil, or fiend in general, lives specifically in the throne below, which is his own plane that he has grafted onto Calcatesh. But it is, or not Calcatesh, but onto Verum. But it is his own plane of existence. But it is an inner plane.
Okay.
Yeah. Think of it like moons.
Mm-hmm. So there's the three hells, and then there's the throne below, which is like an accompaniment to that.
Well, so the three realms of fiends are the Abyss, Abaddon, and the Hells, and each of those are different layers of evil that surround the sort of, I guess you'd call it the glare around the planet, and then within there is Babylon's plane, which is the throne below.
Is it almost like, when you do a Venn diagram where they all overlap?
Yeah. That's a good way of thinking about it. Because a Venn diagram is like a flower. Looks at camera.
Babylon lives in the center. Okay, got it. Okay. Let me scroll down. What were our mysteries we wanted to solve?
As we're browsing through the books, Maylee's going to interrupt your train of thought. Sierra, do you think we should have taken the time while we were back in the astral lectern to actually have turned and looked at where we're standing? To see why there aren't any people anymore? Anywhere?
Well, something I've been thinking about is when I tried to bring Handsome here, my dog, my very cute dog, he was ripped apart by the warding on this place. And my first instinct was to remove that warding so we could bring our companions here, but then I started to think more about it, and that warding is most likely to keep things out. And it's been on my mind of, what is it trying to keep out? And my only theory at this point is, the religious fervor of this whole planet, perhaps it's, I don't think I want to use the word corrupted, but perhaps it's spread to the Taladani here. It's clear that in that astral lectern that something exploded outward. But I don't have much since then. But anyway, sorry, to answer your question, yes. There's much we could look at, too.
Hmm. If this is an archive, I guess Melee would want to look for a book on Valkus to try and see if there's like a history book, like how the people came to build this academy and where they might have gone, like other than self-destruction.
Was that addressed to me or?
Yeah.
Say again?
She wants to find a book, like a history book, on Valkus specifically, and see how the academy came to be built, and potentially why it came to be abandoned, other than just self-destruction, like they looked at the wrong god in the lectern and poof.
Well, as you take a closer look, it seems that Volkos doesn't have a record on why this academy was created. You get the feeling that perhaps that information may be elsewhere. In fact, as you've been kind of going through these archives and exploring these rooms, with the exception of the Ashen office, you haven't really seen anywhere that is a administrative area. Like, you get the sense that that you're essentially in the inner workings of it, but not where decisions are being made. And anything like the creation of the academy would be in that area. You also can't help but shake the feeling that despite how wondrous all of this information is, that it almost feels false in a way. Like it's a front of
Pretense.
some kind. A pretense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you're missing a lot of the things that make a archive, a library, have soul. You don't see any notes left behind by those readers before. No bookmarks, no bent pages, no damage to the tomes. And not like somebody's like destroying them, but like regular wear and tear.
Right, the bindings aren't cracked, that sort
Yes,
of thing.
unavoidable things like that. There's none of that. And there's no magic to indicate that's lingering that tells you that it's just simply been repaired. In fact, it's almost as if someone has built a facsimile of what a library should be. Filled with knowledge, yes, but used for that purpose, unlikely.
Huh.
But why go through the effort of making an academy with all of these, well, attachments, all these amenities? A question to consider.
Huh. Mainly ponders for a minute. Hey, Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
Think we should maybe, like, pick up the pace just a little bit?
Well, she'll look around. What has been underneath all of this is the people here in this academy were attempting to leave this sector.
Yeah.
And from the little bit we've seen, it was by decree of Chorus, who I know very little of. He was one of the, or is perhaps if he's still around. She'll wave her hand around. What we saw, that creature, entity, I'm not sure even what it was. I was thinking about, well, she'll start to look, she'll sweat a little bit, look a little nervous. I was thinking about asking Woad about it.
Which critter, specifically? The plant?
No, that incredibly large one with all the eyes. You know, the one that was at the edge of our sector.
Why would you want to ask about it?
Well,
I
it's
mean,
at the edge of the dream, and I would imagine if Woad knows about it in the first place, well, he's probably not too happy about it, or I suppose what the Taladani were trying to accomplish, which was a very efficient way of travel from this one to another sector. What I was hoping to find out is what sector did they choose? See, we saw the same thing. There was some sort of... They managed to at least pierce it.
yeah.
All the colors were represented there. And furthermore, if it takes the prism to conduct such a railway... She'll chew on her lips more. We know folly was created by Taladon experimenting with specifically the violet color. Who's to say what other colors they experimented with? I feel somehow, Ailey, this is all related.
You might be right, but I'm kind of hesitant to talk to anyone that powerful in a place like this, you know? Do you think it can wait? I know you were worried about Moto forgetting what he learned. You've got like a time limit on that.
Honestly, Melee, I don't even know if you would hear me from here. Valkus is well known to be, well, we just saw it in the amphitheater, they are very singularly focused on their holy flame.
Yeah.
I don't think any deities have a presence here.
Well, something to remember to ask about later then, I guess. I think I'm ready to go to the next room. How about you?
She'll shelve her book. Yes, I think so. I think what I'd like to try to find is any references to the other sectors. I want to know which one they selected for their experiment.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, so you guys want to go to the next archives. Let me go back to the fellows. You guys wanted to explore. You guys wanted to explore the dormitories, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. I can get my food.
Yes,
Dormitories.
How do you say it? This is the boys' night, yes?
Yes.
It's time for the boys.
It's the night of
Boys.
the boys, as they will.
Night of
The
the
boys.
I like the, there's a ring to it, yes.
Yes. La nuit de garçon.
Ah, no.
No,
Who's
we,
garçon?
that is the surrender language.
You say sorry, but we do not say give up, you know?
Wow.
Except
wonderful.
I use the unicorn fighting style. Then I run away.
Now that is the language of surrender.
I'll use the unicorn fighting style.
And then I run away.
Then I kill them
Gracefully.
Of Gallifrey.
because that's what
see
I
it.
wanted all along.
Yeah. You see, it's not the coward's way if I fight them still.
I fight them by running away. That's
Exactly.
Isn't there an anime based off that where a guy just runs away and he just stays alive?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
There
that
must
showed
be.
that to me. Nara showed that to me, actually, yeah.
There must be.
Okay.
It rings a bell, but I can't name it.
Is
I
that
do-
one of the easy guys you're watching?
It's not one of them there
Probably.
Azure cans.
Yeah, I love my Ace of Coins.
Does it exist? That's what I'm asking.
This just in.
Also-
man made entirely of cheese dies.
A man fell into the river in Lego City.
Was Truck-Poon there as well?
Of course. Man. 2 days ago at work, one of the new colleagues I have mentioned to me, because I had to guide a customer in English through the supermarket. He was like, "Man, you really have an American accent in your English." I was like,
Yes!
Good. Did you tell him that you are delighted that you are more powerful because of it?
He complimented my English, so
You were
honestly, I take it. Yeah.
All right, so you guys go to the dormitories.
Are there
Whoa.
any nappers among us?
Why are you fucking tiny?
I mean, I'm a gnome.
This
so-
time it's
I'm a
Varus,
gnome.
so freaking tiny.
I'm a dome. I'm Sano.
I'm a gnome, so I am tiny.
Derp, derp.
Scooberba-derp, scooberba-derba-derp. All right. So, as you arrive at the dormitories, you can see that there is a hallway filled with several different smaller doors, and it kind of just goes on seemingly forever. But you open one of them, and you find this.
Oh, how cozy.
Oh.
Oh, how
damn.
cute! I
Wait, that
love
is
this.
their dorms? Jesus.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
how lovely!
Bro, I want to live there.
Is
That's
this
better
a
than my
rain?
apartment.
That's not a high bar.
I was gonna say, Rain, that's a low bar.
I mean, yeah, true. Let me dream, okay?
Your colander is literally your furniture.
My colander?
When you enter, do you see this giant book on the left?
Mulu is going to sit on this comfy-looking couch in the middle of this sunbeam.
You are maximum
cat.
Brazil.
It's a cat though, so it's
Bom
very
dia.
a character.
The death rays coming through this room are calling to me.
All right,
Bom dia,
everybody make
bom
me
dia, Molo.
investigation checks.
Let's not roll low this time. Oh
Okay.
God!
Yeah, alright.
Why'd you jinx it?
I go, Mulu, how does this make me feel? You see?
It is good to lounge. It's good to feel the feelings.
Ooh,
Yes.
these plants. Oh.
It's good to feel the feelings.
Yes.
Nice man speak, guys.
What does Mulu see through the eyes?
Do
of
I see anything as I'm lounging?
Yeah. What do the eyes of the Brazilian see?
While
the
you're
eyes of
incredibly
Brazil.
comfortable in gazing around the area, not only will you notice how excellently comfortable this dormitory is, but you will also notice that there is a small chest
Oh,
right next to Havaris's feet.
Varus. Maybe
yes.
look at that thing. What do you think?
There is nothing over here. I looked very closely.
No, at your feet, to the right.
Oh.
I'll lean back in my chair. Yes, my job is done. Put my arms behind my head. And kick my feet.
Okay, I thought it was a shoe. Okay, I take it and I investigate it.
It is a small lockbox.
Is it locked?
Yes.
Well, I tried. It appears to be locked. Quite a difficult mechanism. Yes, you see.
Oh, hand it to me.
Oh yes, of course. Here you go.
He takes it and then smashes it on the ground.
No!
dude.
No!
Okay.
Oh,
Is it unlocked?
oh my god.
The clown method. Very good.
You will hear the sound of breaking glass.
Oh.
Oh, good job.
You will see
with
things
that,
start to
right?
leak out the corners of the box.
Oh, whoops.
I have learned
He
something.
beds
today.
down.
Luca,
Make
next
an
time,
Arcana check. What's leaking out?
next time, let's not try to
Sure.
destroy the insides of the box.
Spoken like a barbarian, eh? So, you know,
Well, that was a
Hey,
potent
good
magical
one.
potion, whatever that was.
He fist bumps you.
He says
Nice.
nothing as he just looks at it. Well, is the box broken or is it still locked?
No, it's still locked.
Well, it wasn't that important. Looks at the plants.
You
Okay.
didn't even do the job right. The box is not even open. You just destroyed what's inside.
Hey, it could have opened.
Would you like me to fully open it? The not look away? Pulls
I mean,
out
go
a
ahead.
cannon,
Maybe there's still like an etiquette in there that tells us what it is.
But Lucas said it was not important. Perhaps it is nothing of value. I was looking. I see another window. Say, do you mind if I lift you up and you take a gander? You see?
Sure.
Yeah, over here, my friend. Oh, you're a big boy. You're a big heavy boy.
I am condensed muscle, and he flexes.
Rippling.
And he heaves himself up the shelf, and I look out the window.
Right, with uppies,
Uppies. Oh.
right there.
looking at the front. Oh.
Oh.
What do I see? So I see like the entrance of the academy.
You see a stone wall here, steps going down, a road that seems to be going around the academy, crisp trees, and an impending storm of ash.
Hmm.
Wait, what was that last part?
Is it like the ashes like slapped, like almost like slapped against the like wall from like?
An opaque barrier, yes.
Okay. It seems my theory from last time was correct, and he goes back. Like he looks back inside.
Well,
Well, I saw the entrance, and I also saw almost like the whole like the whole front of the building we were at covered in ash. So it does really seem like this whole building was hit by a ash cloud of some kind, probably because of the volcanic terrain that is around this place.
it's just strange why everything is in good working order if such a wind event occurred, you see?
Yeah, except that one room. That was really strange.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hold on my hands for downies. Wow, that sounds
I
way
don't need
worse
that.
than
And he
That sounded way worse.
he front flips down.
I clap.
Ta-da!
Eh? Then look at these plants here.
Sure.
Medicine or what would you like me to roll?
Nature.
Nature? Okay.
Nature.
Let me find that when my eyes can figure out where nature is. There it is.
Man.
That says 12, tell me.
Well, you don't know what they are. They're probably native to this place. They give off a faint, pleasant aroma. Smells almost like honey. You don't know if they have any medicinal or other alchemical value.
He clips a few and brings them over to Mulu and just kind of waves it over his face.
Why? What? Why? Oh,
It smells
bad.
good! Smell
I'm,
it!
I'm batting at you.
Oh, you almost got it! He starts reaching his hand up.
I do not have nature, but I will smell the smells. Oh, yep, smells like plants.
It smells good. Please leave me alone.
I am basking.
Oh,
I am basking. Luca. Not Luca? Mr.
Not Luca.
Yes.
If,
oh, no fun. He's just
Why don't
kinda
you
looking
not
around.
be Luca somewhere else?
Yes, basking is not about fun, it is about relaxation.
We could relax later. We're exploring. He just keeps going around.
If I could reach it, can I take this painting off the wall?
Yeah.
I do that. Is there anything behind it?
So, behind the painting, you will find another lockbox.
Oh my
I hide
God.
it from not Luca.
He's distracted, so don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Sano sees you and he's like huddling like
Yeah. Nodders with Sano, like an evil conspiracy. Like I like wave him over to like Mulu and it's
Yeah,
a little huddle session with the boys.
Yeah.
Side boys, I have a box. Perhaps we open it without smash. Yes.
Did I hear? I'm just kidding.
Do any of us know how to do this? Is it locked?
It is locked, I believe. I try to open it.
It is locked.
It is, yes, it is locked.
Hmm.
If we do not have ways, I've seen Effie. She is good with these things. Yes, perhaps she will be better. We can bring it to her later.
You know, I've always wanted to try this. Can I like flex a claw and attempt to pick the lock?
Sure. You can do a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Okay. I'll stick my claw in and chicka chicka
Oh my-
Oh,
chicka.
All right.
You had a 20 and a 1.
You'll break your claw. Ow.
Ouch! This is the worst. I'm never trying this
Is someone in
again.
pain?
No,
Nope.
No,
I'm fine.
no.
I'm totally
Sano
I-
fine.
Sano like
Hide the
takes
box.
his backpack and stuffs the lockbox in, and he's like, "There's nothing here." And
my
he like
claw in
walks
my
off.
mouth.
Then how'd you get injured?
I was
Oh, give it
trimming.
here.
I was trimming my
get your
nail
head.
and I bit it with my sharp teeth, and I'll extend my
Yeah,
very boo boo.
ouch.
Yes, I'll extend my boo boo to not Luca.
He will go through his sack and just take a bandage and wrap it around his finger. Now, don't poke yourself again.
Yeah.
Luke will put a Rugrats band-aid over it.
Excellent. Ooh, Rugrats.
Tommy is
Okay.
my favorite character.
This
Maybe
whole
we-
place, this whole building is very interesting. I
Maybe we
can't
keep
quite figure it out.
that for Effie. Yes, probably.
Yes.
Yes.
He will hand it back to Havaris since he found it.
I'll tuck it away and look to Sane. You're right. There is much questions to be had. But I believe if there's nothing else here. Everybody feel okay? No, Mulu, you wish to rest, yes, but we must move on. You see?
No,
Oh, come
Fine.
on. Maybe the next room will have even better chair.
I
You see?
understand. I would like to go back to the fighting.
Say
Oh, what?
Oh, okay.
That's
One
fine.
moment. He activates his mask to look at the room.
Oh no.
Nothing here.
That look
Oh.
again.
Nothing.
Oh, nobody
Okay, now we
died
can
in the
go.
dorms. That's
Very
good.
well. Oof.
We are running all over the place.
Yeah.
that was so funny, dude. It's like I hide it from Luca. I don't know what I'm saying. The timing on that was
Yeah.
wonderful.
I assume just like Sano and Avaris look at each other, look at not Luca, look at each other, and
Yeah.
kind of hide it.
Exactly.
I hide it. I hide it right now. Can't see.
Sano pulls out his notebook. Never give not Luca a box, and pocket it away.
Write that down.
It's one method of opening a box. You didn't try it.
The box can be opened that way.
Do not give children to Luca. Yes, this
They
is
did not want.
Wait, how would you say that when he was right next to Misha and did nothing?
If they did not want it to be lifted overhead and then thrown at the ground, they would have made it heavier. It makes sense.
Yeah,
not in accordance.
yeah. They didn't want me to steal it. They wouldn't have made it so easy.
Yeah, exactly.
You make the point. Yes,
The point made. Very
it has
good.
been made. Very good. Yes.
I like pointing. Starts pointing. Point.
Wonders about that mysterious liquid. Leaves.
Okay.
We didn't even check it. We just
And so,
leave it there.
The party heads further down to the very end of the dormitories, where you see that there is a kind of a grander door, more ornate. Perhaps a instructor's dormitory.
Ooh,
This might be
important things
interesting.
might be in here.
Yeah. Not Luca. No throwing any boxes on the ground.
Alright, you guys should be loading in.
Why? He
Oh.
looks
Yeah,
sad.
you're banned from throwing boxes.
Wait, for how long?
At least as long as we're here.
Oh, so when I leave, I can throw boxes. Excellent.
If we leave the whole building, yes.
I'm going to
Maybe.
take cursory
Pinky promise.
investigate this room from my sunbeam.
Okay.
Only maybe.
Investigate the room.
Oh no.
This one's a particular. You got a stone floor and a sunbeam. You're not.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. I opened my
22.
third eye.
Sano, while trying to warn not Luca from different what have yous, he will look around the room and he will spot something of interest. Specifically, you can see that one of the books on the wall in the teacher's dormitory, that one, is glowing.
Oh.
A soft, almost imperceptible magical glow.
I look at the spine what it says, if I can read it even.
You can see that it is written in Calcatetian.
Oh, I can't read that.
Yes.
What does it say?
It states Historium of the Epiton.
Ooh.
Zeta will take the book and then do a mulu, sit on this chair, proc himself backwards, and then put his reading glasses on and scuffles through the book while everyone is still investigating.
I forgot he has tiny reading glasses.
Yes. It is canon. He has tiny reading glasses to read.
It's just some cute shit, man. Like, you guys are the warriors and the boys, and you're just doing cute stuff, like laying on the ground, like, I'm in the sun. I'm putting on my tiny little grandpa glasses and reading this fucking book.
Yeah,
Is this a rocking chair?
yeah, he's like putting the book up front, then further back, and then like puts it like in the middle where he can read it comfortably.
Luca's in a rocking chair.
He's just rocking back
Of
and
course.
forth, looking around.
What are you looking at?
Avaris or not Luca?
No, Avaris goes.
He's also laying down.
We're doing that.
Yes.
Be depicting with our veil and dancer's mail. I go, oh, what do you think of Jason? He looked at you. You see?
What? Who is Jason?
I do not know. I am losing my mind.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo!
I just noticed something.
It did immediately proc into my mind.
I'm climbing. Anything cool up here? Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
feline in the natural
Up there, you can see
habitat.
that there is a bed. Comfortable. With a large window.
No, I
The
cannot.
sun pouring onto it.
Hang on.
Seizure.
Not today.
No, not today.
Not today.
Not today,
Uh,
Satan!
I will leap over to this side.
Meow. Over there, you will see a magical cooking station. The pantry is filled with snacks.
I do not know how to cook, but I am going to fill my mouth with snacks.
He's knocking over
glasses.
glasses.
Nom nom nom. Anyone want something? There are snacks up here.
Oh yes. Pops up.
I'll throw a few snacks down.
You
Throw me
just
something
throw
down.
them
That's
on the ground. Here, you guys can have some of these.
Catch.
He's like the big brother that gets all the good candy and then he throws the bad shit over the ceiling.
Zeno's
over the
reading his
railing.
book and a fucking wafer falls in between his glasses.
God
This
damn
is
it,
what
I'm trying
happens
to
when the
read
girls are
here.
not around.
Oh, they are doing
No,
nerd things.
no, I
I'm
lost my
correcting.
page. And
I
then
lost
scuffles through.
No, I lost my page.
Saying is such a nerd. Goodness.
I'm trying to be, okay?
Why?
This is foreign land.
You were the chosen one, Sayno. Why are you trying to be a nerd?
You're the chosen one.
Also, the chosen one has to challenge himself. This is really hard. You cannot imagine.
This is when we find out Sano's dyslexic.
Yep. There are a lot of words, and for some reason, all the letters are combining in one word. I don't know what is happening.
As he turns
Oh,
another
wow.
page, you will see a distinct drawing of a monstrous creature.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A horned lion.
Oh.
Or lion.
Okay. Go.
Basically,
I would love to fight this.
Yeah, the book is a bestiary over the eponyms of Calcatesh. The historian specifically goes over all the different creatures in Calcatesh which have achieved the organism rating of epitome, meaning on the top of the veritable food chain. You can see that there is a horned lion, a gray devil. There's also something referred to as the Creeping Death, which you know what that is, Zeno,
Yeah.
because it is a legendary epitome within Calcatesh. It is a 3-mile diameter spider swarm that lives in Dalton. So, stuff like that.
Also currently in Corvallis. Yeah.
I've
Or
heard
was.
about this. Why is this here? And why in the teacher's dome?
Maybe they had a lesson on it.
This is-
plants.
Or maybe
This
one of
is
the
quite
teachers
interesting.
was
I will save that, and he will pocket it and put it in his backpack.
Alrighty.
Is it still glowing?
Only softly.
Okay. I just assume like he put it in a backpack and there's just like a glim light just emanating from his backpack now. Every time he opens it, it looks like he's opening like the holy light of something.
Well, it was kind of faint. He did say it was kind of faint.
Yeah. But imagine opens it. Oh!
Oh, yeah, allow me to activate my imagination.
I'm activating it.
I'm doing it. It's very difficult.
Alrighty. You guys do anything else in here?
I would look through like some drawers and stuff to just see if he could find anything interesting.
You have found the interesting things in this room.
The snacks, yes.
I feel like I've
Snacks.
accomplished my deeds.
Oh, one more look at the room. Activate the
I've-
masks.
I have a feeling God is telling me there's nothing else to explore.
No,
You will-
there is. It's just not relevant to the story.
You will all be very proud of me. I found a bed with a sunbeam. It was perfect, but not today. No, we have much to explore.
That was your challenge,
Oh,
Momo. To not lay down.
That's
You
right.
you have succeeded.
I could have been trapped here forever. It is very possible.
You don't.
I
see
would have
anything
smashed the bed. No worries.
Okay.
This place is evil. It tries to trap you indefinitely in comfy beds.
It's places.
In warm lights and comfy beds.
Alright. The teachers' dorms are done, and the student dorms are the same as the first one. There's nothing in it.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Bum.
So that means the
Look at
boys are
that.
done. Back to the ladies.
Look how efficient we are. They will be so proud of us.
Yes.
I only took 2 naps.
I only
We only
took
broke-
2 naps.
I only
even
broke
read a
one
book.
thing.
Sarah will be so happy. I read a book.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my glasses. And he puts like his glasses back in like his little etui and then puts it back in his backpack.
I gotta put on my battle glasses.
It's just some like gamer glasses with the like yellow tint.
Yeah, I try not to
Wicked.
cringe at your nerdiness. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I did think of something.
Okay.
So since Sierra can now summon fiends, and this is Grey Grum here, she'd look for true names.
Arcana check, please.
Okay. $12.
Unfortunately, you do not discover any true names.
Rolled a 3 and a 4.
Wow.
Wah,
We're on top of it today.
wah.
Womp womp.
She'll scowl.
Alright, anything else you guys want to do in the Delos archives?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything, no.
Any questions you want to ask about any of the other archives?
I think I'd like to go to the Verza ones. Was that on the list? I want to look at Maltos.
I mean, they're all on the list, but
Okay. Then yeah, Sierra would want to look for... let me think of something specific. References to Chorus on Maltos, yeah.
Chorus the Call?
Yes.
Chorus the Call is one of the council members of Maltos.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm looking for more than
Yeah,
that.
that's the reference point that you find. They are referenced as one of the council members of Maltos. Any personal idioms or biographies and things like that are not here within these archives.
So no relation that's written about to this academy/laboratory.
Not directly.
Okay.
The information
that's-
here is referential.
Okay.
Oddly so, I should point out.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. The second one she'd look for is the attempts at colonization, specific to Band and Volkos.
There are references that to the techniques of colonization. There are references to the vessels used for colonization, but nothing concrete on targets of colonization. You get the feeling that such information is probably not going to be in a public archive. Well, not a public archive, but a standard archive.
Is there any mentioning of, when you mentioned vessels, of the angels that accompany those?
There are references to them, yes.
But nothing
you
detailed?
will discover something with a proper investigation roll.
Okay. She pointed out to Melee. Melee, I'm trying to... She'll squint at it. I've been trying to make progress on understanding this language, and... Well, it seems like there might be some information on the angels that were used to colonize both here, Valkas, and on Band. Do you want to look with me?
sure, I'll help.
They huddle together.
As you take a closer look, trying to find some connections, eventually you do discover something. There are different classes of angel, and listed here are the classes of angel.
Oh.
Brax Knuckles.
Okay. Hang on, let me get ready to write.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Different classes of angels. Okay, I'm ready.
It's your gods, Hilaris.
If he was there, his mind would be further shattered.
Imagine a vessel with like Hadrian as its angel.
Bro. Don't tempt me!
Imagine, if you will.
Imagine this, Pansgrab.
I'm just gonna name this whole section the archives instead of each one.
Yeah.
Okay, so following are the ranks of the angels.
Okay.
They are angels, just general, archangels, principality, power, virtue, dominion, throne, cherubim.
Ooh, how do I spell that?
Cherubim.
Okay.
And seraphim.
Wow. Ooh. Well, we know Hades is. Wait, let me do this in character. Well, we know Hades is an archangel, and we know the others are angels, but the rest of these are. I've never heard of these. Is there a little bit more about these?
So, as you explore them, you are able to uncover the following. So, angels is a general catch-all term used for any of the artificial intelligences. This includes lesser angels, or demi-angels, they are referred to. And then there are archangels. These are angels of sufficient strength that they have command over other angels. Angels such as Hades, or such as Primus. And then you have the higher forms of angels. Now, these angels are representative of the different types of power structures within Maltos and serve different functions. The principalities specifically form... How would I describe this? A principality is an archangel that has ascended far enough that it is given control over a plane of existence. So, Hades is probably a principality. Primus was on his way to become one before he, broke down and went cuckoo bananas. Above that is the next order, the middle order, which are the powers, virtues, and dominions. Each of them are given a different aspect of society, but essentially what they represent are the direct will of the council. So, the council themselves have their own personal angels, which fall under one of these three pretenses.
Okay.
Specifically, the powers fight directly against the enemies of the Taladani. The virtues oversee the governance of the Taladani and can act as the voice of that council member. And the dominion specifically function as a physical embodiment of that particular council member. They act as like a weapons platform directly to them. And then finally, the highest hierarchy are those that defend Maltos directly, and also that serve directly to Taladon. They are the thrones, which the thrones actually guard the planet of Maltos from physical harm. The cherubim, which guard the atmosphere and the people. And then the seraphim, which act as Taladon's personal honor guard.
Wow,
Damn.
that puts some things in perspective.
Yeah.
Claire, the Dominion, the physical embodiment of that council member weapons platform, is that like a familiar in a sense? Like it goes with that council member and it like expands their
It's their
combat
Gundam.
capabilities? Oh, okay.
Think of
Okay,
Gundam.
okay.
Yeah, it's their Gundam.
Gundam. Okay, got it.
My God.
Which is like what Havaris uncovered with his Omega tinkering, that he could go build one of those.
Maybe not build a Dominion, but yes, something like
That
that.
was crazy.
Jesus.
I think you're putting a lot of pressure on the boy there. But
Well, let's go, Havaris. Let's go launch our attack on Malthus.
sweats.
Let me just hammer. Oh, Dominion.
So, another thing to keep in mind is that the strength of an angel is determined by how powerful its absolute territory is.
Okay.
A standard angel has like a battlefield. An archangel has a battlefield with a couple of special allowances. A principality can have its absolute territory encompass the entirety of a planet.
Woo-wee.
Yeah. And then from each step above that, it's representative of either the size or the strength and focal point of those particular absolute territories. The Seraphim specifically have a special absolute territory called the Choir. All of their absolute territories stack on top of each other and make them a formidable force. Because they actually directly challenge the potency of the dream and directly challenge Woden own whenever they activate their absolute territories.
Okay. Yeah, I've been waiting for something that makes sense. Because I remember that very first conversation of Woad and Valistane.
Yeah, you know that reference now.
Yep. Okay. How is an absolute territory selected? Like how is it chosen to be what it is?
That is not presented here.
Okay.
You're basically reading like a
101.
Like a Sunday school. Here are the ranks of all the angels. Which, you know, now that I mentioned that, it's based off Catholicism. Woohoo, yay! Good job, me. Real world references.
There was a mention of... Oh no, never mind. Okay, back in character. Oh, Bailey, this is... just like when we learned about all those different sectors, Val. I certainly feel small.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Grey Grum, the Shade Council, and they just laughed at us with our grand claims of a threat to all creation?
Yeah.
She'll close her book with a snap. I think you'd like to look up for, well, where Patricia came from?
No, not in this room, I don't think. I think it's better to let her rest, you know?
Yeah. The only other one I could think of looking at is Rentos. I think we should look at Band. See if we find anything that could help us.
Sure. I, kind of want to take a couple books from the Kasaka room, probably.
Of course. Maybe we'll find a present for Lulu.
Alright, where am I going to next?
Let's do Kasaka next. Let's do Meili's.
Kasaka.
Sierra looks she looks overwhelmed and almost a little sad. At once again being reminded of just how great she thought she was. She's nothing.
We're awful small potatoes, aren't we?
Just when I thought I was making ground, it's, well... I don't like being reminded that... Wow. I almost gave over all of my soul for, well, a small potato.
Alright, what do you want to know in Kasaka?
Well, you want to look up a little bit of stuff on Starvex? I'm going to check out the Dragon Star side of the room.
Seer's going hunting for Mulu, so let me think of what she knows. She knows that he likes warm places. I don't think she specifically knows what god storm he's with, so she'd look for something that talks about, like, the desert. That's about all she has about him. She's more like looking for a gift.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check about Storvex.
Okay. 14.
We have stored that noggin.
What did you just say? What the fuck was that?
Out of nowhere, you have stored the noggin.
What have you got stored in that noggin?
In Insano's sexy voice, Mike.
What the fuck?
I shall be myself.
Alright, with the 14, you do find that there are a couple of tomes that reference Storvex. Specifically, the curious mana produced by the storms. Normally, the ley lines of a planet are inside the planet and go outward, like a flowing geyser. But Storvex has a unique outlook, or a unique physical phenomenon in which its ley lines are outside of the planet and flow downward. So each of the storms in Storvex are actually the ley lines of Storvex flowing the energy back down into the planet. Which is,
Marvelous.
pretty cool. You're like a fucking nerd, I'm sorry.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, what if it was storms instead? God.
Is there a sandstorm? That's what she'd focus on.
Yeah, there's a sandstorm, but
Okay.
I don't find much more about it.
Is there a book about it? She'd take it. She just wants to give him something.
Yeah,
to
sure. Yeah, there's some stuff.
She'll
about
take a
this.
book about sandstorms. For old Mulu.
Well, specifically, there are things about the storms from the perspective of someone that isn't from Storvex.
Okay.
So you might find that interesting.
I'll call it a Taladani book on... Is it on all the storms or specific?
A premise to the god storms is what it would be called.
Okay.
Then, are you doing some sniffing around, Melee? What are you sniffing around?
Yeah.
What you doing
So
over there?
in the Dragonstar
You're
bookshelf.
reading about your husband.
Yeah, she's just trying to get a better handle on like what the rest of the planet is like, because we were really in a pretty small location,
So
while we were there.
Dragonstar is separated into 4 dominions. There is the chromatic dominion, there is the metallic dominion, there is the astral dominion, and there is the primal dominion. Each one of them belonging to the different species of dragons that rule over the area. It should be noted that the storm itself, which was once vibrant and healthy, that surrounds Dragonstar, is the collected memories and soul energy of all of Dragonkind. With the exception of the exiles, known as the followers of Emperor, the Sky Emperor, that went to Calcatesh, or excuse me, not Calcatesh, but Verum.
Yeah.
Other than that, according to the history of Dragonstar, it has always been that way. You also see that Dragonstar is one of the first seeded planets in known creation. It is unclear if it is the oldest or which one of the others are older, but there are 4 that are believed to be the oldest. And those 4 are Dragonstar, Odega, Ori, and the other one is Zezus.
Is there a book that describes battle tactics?
Battle tactics specifically, no.
Mm.
There are lists, there are histories of the wars of Dragonkind, which is a very thick tome with a lot of references and a lot of pomp and smack talk between the dragons.
Of course.
It seems that as much time as they actually spend fighting each other, they spend way more time elegantly and through soliloquy and verse and prose tell each other to eat shit.
Maylee's just gonna sigh. That's not helpful at all.
No, but it makes him feel better.
Good, I guess.
Sierra will come over all nosy. You find anything?
Well, I was trying to look for something that I could study in the future, so that once we're successful and all, and I go back to helping my husband fight a war, I'm actually fitting in.
Oh,
and
cousins. Her eyes will light up.
apparently all they do is smack talk.
Well, we did get quite a healthy helping of that when we were there.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing practical though. I mean, I'm a war mage. I'm used to reading books and figuring out a way to fight things better. And this is just a way to insult.
Well, I suppose with the dragons, arrogance is their backbone, one might say, so they probably think there isn't anything to learn to better themselves. Perhaps that is something you could help them with.
Maybe so.
You will also see that in dragon society, one's social status is denoted by how large their hoard of wealth is.
Maybe we'll just roll her eyes. Well, I didn't find anything useful. Hey, I know you want to go to look at the Rantos room, but I think we should poke our heads into the other rooms and just do a little cursory glance, not look for anything specific, but just see if something sticks out to us.
Sure, perhaps there's something out of place.
Right. So, Hades? Or Hataz? Hataz?
Hatus.
Hatus? There we go. I remembered how to say it.
Konnichiwa.
Baumgia.
Travion!
That's Portuguese. I know that.
That means hello, right? Good morning.
I'm basically a native speaker in Portuguese.
Whatever you say, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Got him. But I love American accents on German. It sounds so funny to me.
Alrighty. So you go to the Hates Nebula.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you're in the Hates archives now. What you looking at?
Well, Maylee's idea was to literally just do an Arcana
Oh
check.
shit, I forgot this. Don't look at these. You don't know that yet.
Yeah, okay. We don't know that. But Maylee was just going to literally stick her head in and see if anything stood out to her. And then close the door and go to the next room.
Okay, nothing does. You just...
Wait. Siri, oh no. She knows about Azingolt and the eyeless from Vio.
Yeah.
Because Azingolt was where the Astral Drones originally were trying to set up, right?
Yeah.
That was Azingolt.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, that was another planet, but it's fine. You still have the connection there.
Oh, was it Ceric Storm? Okay, yeah. She's trying to look at the origin of the eyeless. If that's referenced.
That is not in here.
Okay.
You're really into that field of study, aren't you?
Of what?
Where the eyeless come from? You keep pondering it. Why is it so important?
Well, why isn't it?
Well, we're not planning on fighting them anytime soon, so we don't need to know more about them. We're not currently dealing with them. And last time I fought him, I was pretty good about it, so I don't see why it's important to continue studying it.
I suppose maybe I see it as all knowledge is good. And that's just one mystery that's in front of me. And if I can look into it more, then I generally do.
It's nothing bad. I'm curious why you're so curious about it.
They are an unknown faction that I can't even tell is native to our sector. And they're rather unchecked.
Well, yeah.
And they
A
don't
little
have
bit.
souls. That bothers me greatly. It's just a parasite running rampant.
I can see it. think we need to check out anything around Zatkel since that's where we saw Quirg floating by?
Well, suppose we could look into their weapon systems if they would shoot it down, I suppose.
Sure, real quick.
They don't have anything on Quirk. Not in here.
And does Zatkel have like out of space weapons like Band does that will
no.
shoot it down?
It does
Okay.
not.
Okay. Well, all right. Next one.
I think he's safe here for now.
Good, good.
Well, as safe as someone riddled with the eyeless could be.
Yeah. So, on to Jassa?
Yes. Maybe there we could find a present for Effie.
As a Baba Yaga?
Yes. I know she's interested in her... Well, in her hag mother. Sierra almost talked about her brother, but didn't realize that she doesn't know if Maylee knows that.
Mm-hmm,
She's interested in her, in her origin as well. Perhaps we could find something.
Maylee nods conspiratorially. Yes.
Sierra's looking up Baba Yaga and changelings.
Maylee's helping.
She's looking
Okay.
for two things. Hag mothers on Kalkatesh, and she's looking for the brother, the changeling brother.
Well, the brother is referred to as Toman. He is
Okay.
the first changeling, the Deatic Blue Pantheon representation of changelings. You also see that he helps his sisters fight against their hag mothers. Just a quick overview of it. And as for the hag mothers detected in Kalkatesh, there is a referendum here that essentially states that the Witch Queen has an alliance with the Taladani, and that as long as they don't stick their nose in her business, she won't turn them into toads. So,
So within this referendum, does that list the hag mothers on Kalkatesh?
it doesn't give a list. That's Baba Yaga specific stuff.
Okay, so it's more of the Taladani are saying it's not their business.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean they don't have the information. They just don't have it here where a Baba Yagan might happen upon it, obviously.
I see. Okay. Instead, she'd then look for something that would just be like a feel-good book about Baba Yaga that she could give to Effie.
Yeah, Maylee's also looking.
There is a list of flowers in Baba Yaga. That'd be good.
She'll crack it open, give it a skim. Are they pretty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she'll take that one.
Specifically, they are called hex petals. And each one represents a different type of progenitor hex of Baba Yaga, actually. Which is what
I think she'd rather like this
their
one.
schools of hexes are based off of.
What do you think, Maylee?
Yeah, might be nice.
Okay, she'll put that next to the book on Godstorms. Well, anything else? I mean, this is where Quirg is supposed to be, usually.
Yeah, might be able to. I mean, I don't know what else we'd learn about him. Exactly. We already kind of know a fair bit.
She'll just shrug one shoulder. Then I'm ready to look at Band.
Real quick, though. Maylee's going to, look through the Baba Yaga shelf one more time and see if there are any books on courtship or books on, how to pursue a difficult suitor so that maybe Effie can have a little bit more success chasing after Sekilcuse.
What are the patrons? Yeah, courtship on... Let's look for courtship of patrons, perhaps. It's at least... Well, it's not equivalent power, but... in the right direction.
So you're looking for what exactly?
Well, you know, like in the 1800s when you'd have those etiquette books, and they were like,
Oh,
you know, you can fascinate
How-
a woman with a piece of cheese, which is a real quote from a real book. Okay,
I remember that.
so that's what she's looking for because they're kind of in a sort.
there are
Victorian
no
style.
there are no there are no Dantic pickup books here. I'm sorry.
No Deanic pickup lines.
There's
Boo.
references to several times in which demigods are made from Deanic,
Oh, perfect. Let's take that.
things. But I mean, she already
No.
knows that.
No etiquette books.
No,
It'll give her hope. It'll give her hope. See her takes.
Well, if you say so.
You see how often she dissolves into tears. Hopefully it'll help.
Hopefully. All right. On to the
I'll
next
call
room.
it one trash romance book.
Wasn't even.
Trash romance book on demigod creation. Yes! One pretty flower book on hex petals.
I was just looking for a simple book about, like, you know, if you're trying to catch the eye of a guy, then, you know, like, give him a present. And then what sort of, like, presents changelings like versus what sort of presents Sekilkees might like. I don't know. Never mind.
I am a sword.
On to Rentos.
Yes.
alrighty, Rentos is.
Oh, good. Sue's actually gonna start with Ragnar first.
Alright,
General, go for it.
There is very little information on Ragnar, and most of the texts are heavily redacted.
Okay. With Moto's assistance, let me think about this. She's looking for, it's like typing in Google search, the word genophage.
Investigation check.
Okay. Is that at advantage with Moto or just normal?
Investigation check is by itself. It doesn't give advantage to that.
9.
Unfortunately, you do not find any reference directly to the genophage. Although, you do suspect it's probably a part of the redacted material.
Okay. And same thing for, shoot, it's either the Second or the Third World War. Ooh, hang on, let me scroll up. Accessing Seer's brain. The Third Planar War. Should look for that. The Taladonic Civil War.
You can see that there is references that it happened, but anything here, all you see is just the Taladonic side of the story.
Okay.
It's pretty clear that this is heavily propagandized.
What is the Taladani reason for why Ragnar was in the drop?
According to the Taladani, this is from their side. After the folly of Maltos, there was a great schism that occurred in the society of Maltos from the remnants of the planet that had survived. From it, the hierarchy of the angels had been decimated, and very little, if any, was left of the council's power. The council, trying to retain order and to protect the people, and indeed, and remember, this is from their viewpoint, trying to protect the people and safeguard against further harm and to continue powering the planet, and in order for Maltos to survive, the colonization plan was put into place, in which they would borrow energy from the various other planets and in exchange would gift them with technology in order for Maltos to be able to survive from its heavily wounded state. The rebels, however, insisted that their intents were not pure, lied to various people, caused a civil war, destroyed what little remained of the protective angels around the planet of Maltos, causing its destruction. And as such, they were branded traitors, and they were sent exiled into the world of Ragdar.
Was this after Ragdar had been decimated? Or before?
Ragdar was decimated. Well, actually, that's not listed anywhere within the Taladani side of things.
So I'm trying to understand, like, I thought Ragdar was colonized normally, and then they rose up against.
Yeah. So there were colonies on different places and representation on the different planets. But the thing that they did with conflicts, that they started to try and do to the other planets, didn't happen until after the folly of Maltos.
Mm-hmm.
And Ragdar, being the other, basically an ancillary planet to Maltos, started to notice what they were up to and rose against them. And then those political prisoners were exiled towards Ragdar, which was then cut off from the rest of the... It became an exiled place rather than
So
just
like
a new colony.
a prison camp?
Like Australia. What Australia is to the British Empire. That's what it is. Like that's.
I know that reference, like, no one else is gonna get. That's why I laughed.
No, it makes sense.
Oh gosh, yeah. And then the rise of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll point it out to Melee. Ragdar, that's where my mentor that I mentioned, Valistane. This is his homeworld.
Huh.
And she'll give both eye attention to Melee. I don't know if I've ever told you. Valistane is a clone of Taladon.
I'm not sure you mentioned that specific point. No.
It's, well, as the Taladani would say, it's deeply confidential.
Yeah, I
And
can see why.
that knowledge itself is something the Taladani would kill us for.
Thank you for sharing.
It's something that, well, I suppose I didn't see it as a burden, but I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Melee just nods.
One of
Yes,
those
I am.
angels that's on band, I think it's Jalay, perhaps? Her ability
Yeah.
to restore the desolate areas. I was
Yeah.
hoping that was something that perhaps we could bring to Ragdar. It would help them.
Oh, well, maybe. She's kind of sentient, though. I think it would have to be whether or not she'd want to leave where she's at once we help cure her, right?
Yes.
But it's an idea. I think she's one of the angels I'm most interested in helping.
Yeah. So you're still looking a little sad. Well, let's look at band.
Yeah, speaking of angels, I was hoping to find a book that might say anything about their corruption, like how it gets started, how to fix it.
Oh. She'll perk up. What an excellent idea.
Is it just because of the trauma of crash landing, or is it something else that kind of spins off into this downward spiral of evil? That's not the right word, but you know.
Breaking their cycles. Yes.
Yeah. So Arcadum, any books?
We're looking up angel corruption.
Yeah.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
There's
What does
definitely pieces that would be referenced, but it's pretty much it's been redacted. Stuff like that wouldn't be here.
Let's look for the angels themselves, specifically the four others that we must face. Sue's gonna see if the dark and light are mentioned.
Especially if there's any information we don't already have on them.
Mm-hmm. She's looking for free marshal checks.
Investigation checks.
Okay.
Ooh, let's see.
6. And
7.
7. Ooh.
Awesome. Look at us go.
No.
Aww.
I have a deja vu.
Can I do a general roll for? Because I want to do that for all of them, and instead of rolling, can I just do a general investigation check, and if we find something, we find something.
Sure.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Ooh, look.
Perfect.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay. Well, nothing more than we already knew.
Nope.
Hmm.
Makes sense, though, considering, this is just an archives.
Well, I don't think we'll find anything on the colors here either. I think really all that's left is what's in that lab. And mainly, I think that's really the real purpose of this whole place.
Oh, I definitely agree, but, before we leave, you want to get a present for Havaris, or do you think that'll just, hurt him more than help him?
Yeah. I don't think we should get him a book.
Is there... Well, maybe there's something benign we could get him, like... Is there a book on the geography or the...
Perhaps crafting?
Yeah, he likes to do that.
He
Is
does
there
have that major discovery.
Mm-hmm.
She'll look around for a book on Bandian Gundams.
Handy and crafting.
Okay. There you find plenty of references. You can find that there are tomes with blueprints, schematics, and things like that in this archive that reference different build plans that have been made for Band. And now, the interesting thing about it is that this particular part of the archive references Band as if it hasn't been colonized yet.
Oh.
So what you see here are prototypes for vessels and suspected requirements, but nothing of anything actually on planet, leading you to believe that these archives may have been before that.
Yep.
Or perhaps in preparation of the colonization of it.
You think any of these books with blueprints in them are still going to be useful to Havaris?
I think so, but something that gives me pause mainly is these colonization efforts. There was one that came here to Valkus, and from what I've seen of both Conflux and Band, there is at least 20 different angels that accompany the colonization in here on Valkus. Well, I didn't see any references to the angels here, and we haven't run into any. I find that rather odd.
Aw, that's another one of those things that's just kind of getting added to the tally list I'm making of slightly disturbing and creepy.
Yes. Well, yeah, let's take these books on crafting. I think it would be interesting to him.
Alrighty.
How many we got in total, Arcadum? 2, 3?
Total of what?
Crafting books for Havaris.
2, I'd say.
2.
Yeah.
2 crafting books for Havaris. Band. Pre-colonization. Okay. Well, let's go meet up in the herbarium. I think from
Yeah.
there to the lab.
Sounds good.
Herbarium time.
All of us get to meet. Woohoo!
I see her in her floating disc, which is
Like a
I've got about 30 books on there, 2 of which are 60 pounds each. So I probably got about around 300 pounds of books on there. So in her floating disc will toddle off to the herbarium.
Bano could carry those books.
I'll read them. Give them to me now.
Yeah. Pulls out glasses.
Oh god, he's doing it again.
I'll read them all.
I want to see if there's...
Wait, so there's so many storms. Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I feel like that sandstorm is in my brain.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
That's just the song playing in Mulu's head at all times.
Yeah, freaking dude, sandstorm.
Yeah.
Every time he just just touches his sword, it's like
It's contagious.
let's go, it stops, and then he just
Not
stops
Luca
it.
is also dealing with it now.
Yeah, it's just in his brain. Now, directing.
Okay. And
Adam
the
chose
party
chaotic
meets
mood.
up in the herborium.
The
The herb.
Oh my god, I'm
The
so
herborium.
Herberb.
Crossover episode? What?
What? With the party?
Oh my god.
I feel like the last 2 weeks for me has been just like, oh yeah, another crossover episode. So tired, man. This must be how Arcadum feels all the time.
I'm just
I'm
doing my thing.
vibing. Yeah.
My
I'm
thing.
vibing. I'm having
People go
fun.
into the rooms. I tell them what's in there. They're like, "Oh shit, that's cool,"
Yeah.
and it is what it is.
We like looking in rooms.
All right, and here you go, the herborium, herbarium. Excuse me.
Herb.
Berg.
Nah, I'm in.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, planets erased.
Oh.
I like this lovely little conservatory.
This is so cute.
It's so
Oh,
smart.
vibrating.
It's like Sino.
Oh, howdy, guys.
Oh,
Oh, like say.
See,
We
we'll
meet
slow
that.
the
Like
best.
me.
Ooh.
She'll direct her disc to hover here. Oh, we have so much to share.
Just looking at
Me
plants.
too. I have a box.
I read the book.
Aw, that's great, Sano.
Nothing was broken.
side glance.
Okay.
Looks at Luca, doesn't give a comment, and looks away.
Sarah does not remark out loud that she does not believe that.
All right, nature check.
Oh no.
No sunbeams in here.
Oh, 6.
-1.
-1. Climbs
There's
up
a-
wall in protest.
I'm gonna perch up here.
All right, as you guys investigate the area, you notice a couple of things. There are all sorts of supplies of rare plants from different worlds and from this place here as well, although most of them are from Volcas. You can see that there is a recipe book open that is written in Taladani. You can see there are all sorts. There's just a lot of stuff you can make here. It counts as a tier 4 workshop, which means you can make even
Oh,
up
fuck.
to elixirs.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Where's this book that has all the recipes?
On the left.
She'll make room.
Migrates over.
Hey, y'all.
Peers over shoulder. Ooh.
Uchin.
Is this recipes?
I had enough book for today.
Come back here, Sato. She'll try to capture him and lift him up.
Garden club, garden club, garden
Come
club,
right
garden
here.
club.
Ooh, finally in the garden club. How cool.
His head is still processing the words from the first book.
I've read too many words.
Oh my god, so many monsters.
What we got in there that we don't already know in this book?
Well, in here you have Volcas specific potions and consumables, and 2 elixirs that you have not heard of.
Oh,
Let's see here. Oh, note section there. Blah, 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 blah.
Sato pulls out his glasses again.
Not Lucas peering over Meili's shoulder. He's just like uncomfortably close, but he's trying to read the book.
She's just
Dana, I didn't know you had glasses.
pointing out the two things that they don't know.
Oh, what are the ingredients? And he has like a notepad. He flipped over the ledger just to start writing on it.
I'm not used to reading. Without my glasses, it's very hard to read. I cannot concentrate. His glasses are actually not like really glasses. It's just magnifying glasses, so he can like he just sees less.
Are they like solar
Around him.
glasses? You just zoom in by like 30
Yeah, exactly. It's like tunnel vision glasses, so he doesn't get distracted.
We can focus on every letter.
Exactly. So he looks only at the book and then nothing else, because otherwise he does not read.
Got horse blinders on. Goodness.
Okay, so the first elixir you have is the elixir of the first flame.
Oh.
Elixir of the first flame, when imbibed, turns the imbiber into a greater fire elemental.
Oh shit.
Turn into a greater fire.
Okay. For how long?
It lasts for 1 minute, and you retain all of your features and abilities whilst you're in
What?
this form.
Whoa!
God damn.
Holy shit.
Pair
Okay.
that with the mall. Boo!
So Meili points that one out and explains it.
Oh, what are the list of herbs? Research,
Wait,
looking
how
for
did
pictures.
you read that? Sano's still at the first sentence.
How can you read this? It's got no.
How are you so fast?
Perhaps you should ask Hazars for a better set of glasses, Zeta.
I
It's
like
also
my glasses.
partially because I'm a wizard. You know, we get really, really good at reading books pretty fast.
And
Alright, and the next one is probably the most difficult and expensive to make out of all of them. And it is the Elixir of Kronos.
Oh, okay.
Whenever the imbiber would imbibe this particular elixir, in combat, it causes time to reverse. The state of the battlefield is changed to that of what it was at the beginning of the previous round.
Don't we have something similar to that?
We do.
We have a whole combat reset. That was the
Yeah.
core potion we made.
oh my god.
And is that Cronus as in the council member? Cronus?
No, Kronos.
Kronos.
As in time.
Okay.
Yeah, as in
It's a Storvex word. You get used to it.
I don't.
It is actually Greek, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is actually Stormvix. It's fine.
Isn't that Zeus's dad? Isn't that who that is?
Yes.
Yeah. Swallowed his children.
What a man.
Yeah.
Got his balls chopped off.
We have somebody to live up to.
Okay. Got his balls chopped off.
Yeah. And then Aphrodite was supposedly born from that, so.
Yeah. Chopped
He's
off
also
Alright,
the villain
alright, Roxa
in
hit me
the
with
second
her
Hades
obscure
game.
Knowledge of the
Uh-huh. I'm so proud. You're
she
so
watched, she
cool.
watched a lot of Hercules growing up.
Rock
And
And then
also-
along came Zeus.
Cyril out on the low whistle. She'll announce into the room. There's an elixir here for time dilation. It can revert back 6 seconds.
Is it worth it, considering we've already got one that does like the whole battle?
Yes,
Why
why
not
would you
have
want to
two?
redo an entire battle?
Okay,
Well-
okay.
Undo one problem, not all of the
Perhaps
good
we
things as
should
well.
take stock of everything that's in here and then make our elixirs and then head to
Oh,
the
yes.
lab.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. He starts
I also got
scribbling
specific
pictures.
plants to look for.
Cyril will summon her unseen servant and make into a chair. She'll just sit down and wait.
Now Luca will start to. Well, he'll take a copy or drawing of all the plants and start collecting them to make that specific elixir.
Which one?
The
Chronos
first of the wait. Excuse me.
The
Elixir
first
of the
flame.
first flame, and then Chronos. If
Okay,
those
so
are
to make the
pretty-
first flame, you need to reach a DC 30 Arcana check,
Oh,
and Chronos is DC 35. They are very difficult to make.
oh wow.
Hot damn.
Jesus.
Can those even be like? I don't even think I can roll that high.
I don't think any of us can.
I think I've got
Watch
a
me.
+8. Let me look.
Like-
Elixir's got.
With a nat 20, I'd only be a 27.
I'm not actually. Yeah, I've only got a +8. Let me delete that.
I'm at 24. That's as high as I can go.
There's augmentations you can get that can help you get
Yeah.
your bonus up. Like the workshop, for example, gives you a bonus 5, but still, it's difficult to make.
You do the Skyrim
5 to 3.
potion
I'd have to roll
glitch
a
where you
17.
make a potion of being better at potions, and then you take that, and then you make another potion of better at potions, and then you take that, so that then you can do this one.
Thank you, Waymaker. That was very.
You're welcome. I'm very
Wow.
helpful.
Oh, this is going to be difficult to make. He's just frowning.
Make a potion of increased potions. Make more potions and potion.
I should tell Gobblegook about that.
I should tell Gobbledygook.
Sano would look for 2 specific types of plants, if they're just here. One would be like small, like lunar blooms, and like some kind of lunar blooms plant, and one like a water retaining plant. Because
They
they
got cactuses. Volkos has cactuses. Or cacti.
Okay, yeah,
But a lunar
because
plant,
that
probably not.
Smoochies? Are you taking his
Yeah.
advice?
yeah, exactly. That's what Smoochies told him to
Shut
get
the bear.
for Junior. So he's getting the recommended types
Oh
of
yeah,
plants.
fucking smoochies.
Yeah.
Love him.
All right, so what I'm probably gonna do is I'll write up a whole like list of potions that are listed here in the recipe book and elixirs. How much stock you have, how many you can attempt to make, and their DCs in which to make them.
Okay.
And I'll have that prepared for you for next time.
Okay.
And
good.
and then I'll try to get it to you before session time, so you can take your time. We'll go over that for like 10 minutes or so next time, and then we'll get right into
Laboratory?
laboratory time.
Well-
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can we
made it, you
also
guys?
storyline the 3 days it'll take for me to do time dilation?
Well, if you want to spend time to do that, yeah.
Ooh, Siri gets to learn a spell then.
Well, I thought that was also the plan, was to let people learn fighting
Yes.
styles.
Yeah, question
Yeah,
is,
if-
do
if-
we
if-
do
if
that
you- if you
before
wanna-
we
if-
go to the lab?
Yeah,
or-
if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just telling you that, because we're at time. I'll just have that ready for you next time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make this efficient for you guys, so you guys get through everything.
Mm-hmm.
What's our tier for the crafting station on the ship? Is that also tier 4?
No, it's like tier 2, I think. I have to go look though.
Oh,
It's not as
so-
good as this one.
Okay. Are there things that we can break down and take with us back to the ship?
No, because those won't function on the ship because it's digital based.
Arcadum, when I
Yes.
when I
ma'am.
look, it is actually about nerd stuff. When I look through the rampart fighting styles, I will like probably like choose like 2 or 3
I'll
maybe
just
that
write
I'm
them all out.
interested in.
Now that I know that you're
And-
interested, I'll just write them all out for you.
Steak. Okay, that's
Don't
what I
worry
wanted to know.
I honestly wasn't sure if you were gonna actually be into them, so.
If
Yeah, he would,
grab
because
one,
that's where you
gonna
learn the
lose my mind.
stuff.
Okay,
This is
all right,
weird.
I get it. You're weird.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll set it up.
His whole room is weebified, okay?
I like this stick sword.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty, sounds good.
So
Yeah.
just make sure I got it. So the plan is we'll select what potions and elixirs and stuff we want to make generally before we play again, because then we'll talk about it and do the rolls.
Yeah, I'll drop list.
session.
Talk about
Okay.
it. Do rolls. Discuss it for
And
chat's
then we're-
purpose. Do research.
And then we're taking the 3 days
Mm.
here for the time dilation, pending that going to lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
So we should get to the lab probably an hour into next session, and then the lab's got a lot of cool stuff in there. And then
Woohoo.
hopefully we
Hell
can
yeah.
wrap up this side quest next
Yes.
time or the time
Yeah.
after, definitely.
Sweet.
Wait, sorry, are we doing the 3 days or are we doing the 1 week for the fighting style?
Well, if
Well,
we're
we
already
can
spending...
do the
3 days in, might as well finish.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
oh, I gotta do a lot of
Because
wizard
if
shit.
you think about it, right, like, let's say worst case scenario, it's like a 5-to-1 ratio. It's going to take you 3 days to learn that anyway, in which case 15 days have passed. So at that point, you might as well finish, or else what are you going to do? Leave immediately? You know what I mean?
Yeah. In the first place.
Yeah, because you don't know that
Yeah.
any other power-ups are going to be instantaneous. They're probably also going to take time, right? So you don't know for certain, you don't know for sure, but at that point, you might as well today.
I'll make a Sierra plan for 7 days. Oh, I'm so excited.
Should we? I think it'd be good to utilize the break list to list out everything that we want to actually accomplish during this time. Because, like, I know for sure, like, I, as my own character, I want to take some time to document herbs and stuff because he has a herbalism kit and look into things with the ley lines and, you know, any other thing that we could do on the sideline while we do the whole week-long wait.
Makes sense.
Yeah. List out what we want to do. Yeah.
I'm excited, you guys, and thank you for being patient. I appreciate it. It's meant a lot to me and my character. It's very rare I get to play her as like a full human, so I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll call it there. See if we got any faned art. I'm looking with my eyes.
Not this time.
Not this time. Okay. There's still that cat getting hit with the tiny hammer. That's very funny.
I'm really excited for you guys' fighting styles. It's going to be such an increase.
Yeah.
Torchbearer is sick.
Torchbearer is sick. I
Use
really
big
have to.
torch.
I have to think about what to get, man. Oh,
Would
There's
Abby
some
be
cool stuff
interested
there.
in looking at one of the fighting styles at all?
Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. You guys are great. I will see you guys in 2 hours for Dark Sermon.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.